Hopefully you guys can see me. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I don't know the words. Hey. Can you guys see me and hear me? Sorry I'm late. I'm always late. We just got back from dinner. How's everybody doing? All right. Thank you to my UK people. I know it's like 3 o'clock in the morning in the UK. Thank y'all for hanging in there. I'm in the Midwest, so my time zone is totally different from y'all. Hey, you guys! It's so good to see everybody in here. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I didn't get a chance to stream with you guys. Happy New Year. It's coming up soon enough. I can't believe how quick 2019 has come and gone. Well, it's almost gone. You know what I'm saying? Hey! So we have a lot of people in here. Thank you. I had to switch it up. I dyed this. I wanted like a more red look. So I dyed this 2 days ago. I wanted something kind of festive. So I'm glad you guys like it. Good. So you finally made it to the chat. That's what's up. So we have about, right now, 572 people in here. We're going to wait for more people to come in before I start the chat. Because I don't want to repeat my damn self, okay? So if you're here, come on in, come through. Grab a seat, grab a teacup. I'm glad you guys are doing good. What's up, Sketchnificent? Matter of fact, Sketch, I'm going to make you a mod. I've been meaning to make you one. You've been an OG of the channel for years. So let me go ahead and try and mod you. And, of course, YouTube is hating. Okay, there you go. You're a moderator. I'm passing out moderator badges as Christmas gifts. Who else wants to be a mod? Let's see. I'm trying to see if I recognize some people who are here all the time. You're welcome, Sketch. I'm doing wonderful, you guys. I'm doing really well. I'm going through some stuff, you know what I'm saying, health-wise, but God is still good, okay? Even though I'm like in constant pain, it's been like a rough, you know what I'm saying, few days, but I'm feeling a lot better. So today I got out, we went out to dinner and, went out with, some friends and the kids. So I had a good time. Let's see here. I did have to take somebody's badge away last week. Let me explain something. If you're a moderator, I don't know what it is. Like sometimes it goes to people's heads. And last week, I got a lot of complaints that there's a particular moderator. I'm not going to say who they are, but they were just deleting people's comments. They were putting people in timeout who were just having regular conversations. Like they let their moderator wrench go to their head. So if I make you a mod, please use discretion. If people are having honest dialogue, as long as they're not disrespecting me and coming in here calling me all out my name and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let them have their conversations. Just block the ones who are disrespectful or the ones who are coming in here talking about, trying to shout out other YouTube channels that they know for a fact I don't fuck with. Block their ass, okay? But other than that, don't block people who are having genuine conversation and genuine dialogue. So let's see here. Yes, Jess, they was abusing their moderator privileges. And I had so many complaints, I had to take their mod wrench away from them. But all my other mods, they've been doing a wonderful job. So shout out to you guys. Thank y'all. All right. So it looks like we have 1,000 people in here. Hey. Thank y'all for joining me. Yeah. Okay. Gil, you did tell me. It was a few, y'all. I mean, when I have other moderators who are pissed off about one mod on top of my subscribers, getting really upset, then at that point, you're the problem. So, I don't know if he's in here tonight, but we had to take his wrench away because you was doing a bit too much during my last live stream, okay? But for the most part, I've had no issues with any of my mods. Miss Old School 32, you're a member, ma'am. So I will definitely go ahead and mod you. Since you're supporting me, I appreciate it. Don't forget to join the membership, you guys, if you guys want to join the membership. I'm just trying to figure out so much stuff for 2020. I have a lot of stuff worked up. I have a new PR management team. So we're trying to come up with a lot of just different things to be able to just, do this whole YouTube thing smoothly. Like I have to as much as I hate it, I have to change with the times of YouTube. YouTube does not want a lot of super serious content. They don't want, news content. It's turned into corporate and celeb-tube. So we're trying to find ways where I can still be my authentic self, but then also go with what YouTube is looking for, which is like, vloggers, mukbangs, shit like that. So we're trying to figure things out. But I'm really excited. Let's see here. We got a $5 super chat. Sin W says, hey T, keep doing your thing. I love your vids. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for the super chat. I definitely will. Let's also welcome new member Sin W. She also joined the membership. Thank you, thank you. So let's see here. I wanted to talk about some things, and I might get kind of religious. Okay, it's a Sunday, so it should be okay, dang it. I might get kind of, spiritual, because that's the mood I'm in right now. Well, at least for the beginning of the chat. We don't know how it's going to end, because y'all know my chats are so bipolar, honey. I will have y'all in here talking about, amen, preach. Then I'll have y'all cracking up with my crazy jokes, and then I'll be cussing somebody out who done said some shit, way left, okay? So you never know what you're going to get with me, and that's what I like about live streaming. I just get to be myself, and whatever happens, happens. So one thing I wanted to come on here and tell you guys, and hope I don't get emotional and cry. Y'all not gonna be a crybaby at times. But the beginning of 2019, I want to do this stream to look back at this whole year. And I'll say the end of 2018, around the Christmas holidays, to the beginning of 2019, like the first 2 months of 2019, was extremely difficult for me. Okay? My channel, my brand was under attack. People were listening to just made up bullshit falsehoods about me. You know what I'm saying? And it did hurt, because I'm like, damn, I've never been treated like this. I never knew how to deal with a lie, because I don't go around lying on people. So to have somebody just blatantly lie on me and try to tear down my character, try to tear down my brand, and then to have goofy motherfuckers really believe in it, like that's the shit that surprised me the most. But I want to thank the people who stood by me 10 toes down, okay? I'm talking about from my moderators to my bloggers to my tea sippers, people who were sending me messages, emails. People were running to join my Patreon in droves. When they seen people leaving my Patreon based off of a lie, people were like, you know what? That's bullshit. I know who you are. I know your integrity. I'm going to join your Patreon to make up for the few motherfuckers who left. Thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for seeing through the bullshit, seeing through the lies, understanding I've been on this platform for going on 10 years, never been involved in no drama, never been involved in no controversy. So to y'all who saw through the bullshit and really helped lift up my spirits, because I was down, okay? And what's so funny, you guys know every month or whatever, Facebook will send you what you posted that month a year ago. So this popped up on my Facebook feed the other day around Christmas. This is what I posted on Christmas a year ago, was this picture. And I want to show you guys this picture. That is a picture of me. It's also on my YouTube timeline. I was going through so much shit with people trolling me, telling me to kill myself, calling me a drug addict, a whore, talking about I stole the church's money, talking about my Lexus, just all types of just fugazi bullshit. And I was in such an ugly, sad place at that point. And then look where I'm at a year later. These were pictures that were taken a year apart. That was Christmas 2018 versus Christmas 2019. And it just goes to show you can go through just crazy, horrible things. You can be lied on, talked about, called everything but a child of God. But let your integrity stand for who you are. Y'all watch me go through the wire. And I didn't engage. I let motherfuckers say what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? I engaged when I needed to engage, not when people wanted me to engage on their timeline, okay? And I hope you guys learned from my lessons and learn from watching me and how I handle stuff. Because one thing I've learned is that every level that you grow in life, there's a new devil. So I hope you guys took what I did and how I, you know what I'm saying, played this situation and was able to, still be me at the end of it. And you guys are able to implement that in your own personal lives when you're going through trials and tribulations at work, at school, people saying slanderous shit about you, people being jealous of you when you've done nothing to them. Take what I went through at the end of 2018 through the beginning of 2019 and learn from that. Because at the end of the day, it's not the end of 2019. I've done so much stuff this year. I've met so many people because of the trials and tribulations I went through, because people watched me go through that and seeing, the lies and the bullshit for what it was. It made people rock with me harder. It made people that I had no idea were watching reach out to me. It made people say, you know what, we're proud of you. Because I know you got dirt on this person. I know you could have been just as messy. But because you held your own, you didn't get involved, we can trust you. That's why I get invited to certain events. That's why certain celebrities fuck with me. You know what I mean? So it just makes me happy that people really stood next to me 10 toes down. I really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and read this super chat, you guys. Kalila Richardson says, love you, T. You went through a lot of BS last year / this year, but you overcame it and ended up on top. Amen. Hallelujah. You better let them know, girl. Thank you. And if I can go through that, that was like some of the most hurtfulest bullshit. And then to have people regurgitating that and to have people telling me to kill myself, to harm myself. They hope I overdose on pills as if I'm just some pillhead. That was really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That was a really fucked up time for me, but I made it through that. And I just want you to know, I don't know who needs to hear this tonight, but we're going to take you to church at the beginning of this live stream. So I want you guys to listen to a message that somebody sent me last year when I was going through it. When they saw through the BS, this is something that somebody sent me. So I want you guys to check this out real quick. Let me go ahead and play it for y'all.
And I didn't realize it until these last few weeks. Like never before, 2018 was designed to show you who everybody is. God has to reveal character, motive, intent, heart posture, plans, schemes, plots. He had to show you people, even people that you thought were for you. He had to show you that they weren't for you. They were for them. As long as you could help them, they were for you. But when you weren't for them, they weren't for you. And God had to expose that. And it's painful to see people who you invested in, spoke life into, and believed. Now they've shown who they are. And it is because God needed it to happen this year. Because they could not come into 2019. Because 2019 is the year of the established miracle.
All right, y'all just heard what he had to say. Now, granted, he damn cheated on his wife, but we're not talking about his cheating ways, okay? We're not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, okay? He might have did some foul stuff, but what he was saying was the truth. And I don't know who needed to hear that, but that message, I'm sharing that with you guys because somebody sent that to me a year ago, and it really picked up my spirits. So I don't know what y'all are going through, but if you're going through something, I hope you receive that message. Let me go ahead here. We got a lot of super chats and memberships. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Tanithia, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. She says, been a huge fan since 2006. Love you so much. I love you too, and thank you so much for the super chat. Welcome new member, Love Unruly. We also have Everlasting Love. She sent, I don't know, is that Canadian money? $139.39. Thank you so much, sis. I really appreciate it. She says, Happy New Year. I support you 100. Thank you so much. Tamika Fulellen, thank you for the super chat, sis. I appreciate it. Shout out, whoa, it's Monica. I went through a mini version of this over the summer with a friend. I'm so sorry you went through that. I never left. Love from AZ. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Madam Coco sent $49.99. Thank you, Madam Coco. She says, T, I just want to say you inspired me tonight to go through my current adversity right now. Life is really hard right now. Sometimes I just want to give up. I'm not sure what 2020 brings, but I hope I can reach the level of composure as you. Thank you so much, sis. And life is not easy. We all go through trials and tribulations. That's why I wanted to like have a really honest look back at my 2019. I don't want to come up here and just brag like, oh, I went to Essence and I was with Tyler Perry and I did this. That was a small part of my 2019, but I want to talk about the good and the bad because I wanted to help other people who are going through trials and tribulations, okay? Because the devil is always busy, but it's all about how you handle it and how you overcome it. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to show people there's a light at the end of the tunnel. All those people who had all these codeine jokes and that old queen who had so much to say about me on his live stream who didn't know me from a can of paint. Again, what is he doing a year later versus what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? So people will lie on you. People will make up falsehoods. It says more about their insecurities than it does yours. So you hold your head up. You definitely have something to live for. Okay? Don't listen to the words of those negative people who are trying to bring you down. They try to do that because they see something in you that you may not see in yourself. And I went through that for years where, you know, I'm like, it's no big deal. It's just YouTube. What is the problem? But it's bigger than just YouTube. I have a voice. I have a voice that a lot of people respect. And a lot of people don't have that and they want that. And envy is such a dangerous spirit. And we all have to be aware of that. So you keep your head up because at the end of the day, you mean something to somebody in this world. Y'all gonna have me preaching and ready to cry tonight, honey. Okay, let's see here. Johan Wolf says, love from Vancouver, Canada. I've been watching you since 2016. 2016. Thank you for helping me develop critical thinking skills with your amazing content. Thank you. You are more than welcome. And I'm really happy that, you know, that's one thing I say about my fan base, my tea sippers. And I don't even consider y'all fans. I hate that word. I consider y'all family. And that's the difference between the people who rock with me and other fan bases. We're critical thinkers. You can't feed us shit and call it sugar. We're going to look at the situation super deep. So if I'm able to help you look at things more critically and break things down and really assess stuff and get to the bottom of something, then my job is done. Because I want everybody to look at every situation critical. That's why I can have a damn flashback, you know what I'm saying, in every other video, because it's like I see through a lot of BS. I see through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I will say is that going through everything I went through in 2018 to the beginning of 2019, it definitely helped make my discernment even tighter. I thought I had really, really good discernment, but sometimes, you know, you slip up and you let certain people and certain entities in, but all it did was really tighten it up now. Now there's no space for any of that bullshit, period. It's like I have to really get to know who you are before I'll even let you in. You know, it's made me more guarded, you know what I mean? And not to be as open and as willing to people like I used to be. So that can be considered a bad thing, but to me, I consider it a good thing. Because at the end of the day, we only have one body, one mind, and nothing is worth more than having your peace of mind and your sanity. You know, so even though I went through the bad, you know what I'm saying, early in the year, I'm still grateful I went through it because it was a teaching lesson for other people who are watching the bullshit play out. It was a learning lesson for me, and it also brought some of the most wonderful people into my life. Like me and Linus Sajuda have become so close. That's like my sister, my mod, you know what I'm saying? Malibu, Dollface, Barbie. That's my heart right there. Me and Armand, I become so close with so many different people just because of the things that I went through. And I thank them for, you know, for being genuine friends, you know what I'm saying? For being just genuine people. You know, that means a lot to me. You know, the Tracy's and Crystal Nicole and just so many people I've gotten to know over the past year that I didn't even know really existed until all the shit went down, you know? So that's the part that's just been awesome. And so I want to leave you guys with one more message. Again, I don't know who needs to hear it, but I'm going to take you to church, okay? Let me see here. Thank you, Nessa A, for the 1999, sis. I appreciate it. Let's also welcome new member. I think it's Nikki Bowman. Thank you, Nikki, for joining the membership. Let's see here. Gent 35 says, more and better discernment is never a bad thing. Amen. Amen. Mary Ann says, you're amazing. I feel everything you're saying right now. Thank you so much. My Minneapolis, Minnesota sister. I know exactly who you are, sis. Nancy Peters sends $5. She says, I love your content and support your grind. Jada Pratt sends $3.99. Thank you guys so much. Let me go ahead and play this video for you guys. Again, I don't know who needs to hear this message, but I felt it in my spirit to share both of these videos with people who are going through something, because sometimes as the new year approaches and you're looking back at the previous year, sometimes you go through depression because you feel like, dang, it's been a whole year. I didn't accomplish as much, or, I didn't do everything I set out to do. At the end of the day, you have to pace yourself. Okay. Life is not a race. It's not a marathon. It's a journey. So even if you didn't accomplish what you set out to accomplish in 2019, 2020 is right around the corner. So y'all go ahead and check this out.
Somebody lies on you, that's one of the most difficult things to let go. Like the Holy Spirit will be like, don't worry about it, let it go. You're like, nah. I remember a significant leader, prominent leader in the kingdom of God, who I adore this guy, I look up to him. Somebody lied to him about me, and I was so hurt because he believed it. And he started telling other churches, don't have him to your church, don't bring him. I was devastated. So I wanted to fight the person that lied on me, and I wanted to confront the leader and say, hey sir, that's not true. And the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, nope. Let your integrity be your spokesman. Outlive the lie. And I didn't like that word, because that means, how long is that going to take? That could take 2-3 years. But the truth is, the consistency of your character will eventually disintegrate the lie and reveal who you really are. So you just got to keep on living. When people lie on you, mistreat you, it is the mature thing to say, we go high when they go low. And really just let your integrity be your spokesman. Because remember, they lied on Jesus, but at the end they said, truly, this is the Son of God.
All right. So I hope you guys received that message. I hope that message got to whoever needed to hear it. Again, when people lie and make up falsehoods on you, yes, it can be very, very hurtful. But like he said, let your integrity be your spokesperson. That's why I didn't feel the need to have to respond. And I don't go back and forth and beef with adults. I keep telling you I'm grown with damn children, okay? So I don't do that. That's not my character. That's not how I get down. And I'm not going to change who I am and who I've been on this platform for the past 10 years for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So for me, there was nothing for me to speak on because I don't have to address a lie. A lie will eventually reveal itself, okay? And people have seen all, the lies and everything just simply just fall apart as they should have, you know what I mean? So to those who believed the lie and felt the need to attack me and, wish me death and all that goofy stuff, just know the same death you were wishing on me is the same thing that you can speak into your own life. Be careful the words that you say out there, especially when you're talking about death and sickness and illness, because the same thing you're wishing, the same bad that you're wishing on somebody else is the same exact thing that can befall you. So be very careful. Like I always tell you guys, don't take this social media thing and this internet. Granted, we're separated by the computer, but we're all spiritual beings, okay? And energy and transfer of energy is very, very real. So be careful with who you give your energy to, and be careful with the type of energy that you put out there. You thinking, well, I'm just typing words, I'm just trolling. That's still energy that you're putting out there into the environment. That negativity will definitely bounce back on you. So be careful when you're trolling on behalf of other people, because sometimes that same death that you're wishing on somebody else is the same death that can befall you or your family members. Message. I'm on a route. Look, everybody's like, preach. I mean, it's the truth. Be careful with that trolling. People think that, trolling is innocent. They can just say whatever and, just be just so mean and spiteful to people. But words carry power. And when you're putting out negativity, it comes back on you. And we're watching it play. You know what I'm saying? To certain people, we're watching it play live. We're watching all the negativity and all the nonsense that people felt the need to spew on other people. We're watching it fall right back on them. So that's why I always say be careful the type of energy that you put out there, and always watch how you treat people. Period, point blank. Doesn't matter their social status. One thing I learned when I used to work in LA on set, you treat the janitor, the makeup person, you treat them no different than you would the producer on the set. If you're going to speak to the producer, the director, the lighting technician, the AD, you speak to the janitor the same way. You speak to the cook the same way. You speak to the hairstylist the same way, the makeup artist. Because all those people make the production what it is. Message. Let me read these super chats. Let's see here. TJ says, jealousy is a disease that's deeply rooted in insecurity. Continue to pay them hoes dust. Sidebar T, where can I buy a tea sipper Bib, you got a 2020 baby coming soon. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat and congratulations on the pregnancy, sis. I don't have any T super, bibs, but that might be something we can work on. But thank you so much. That's a powerful message, and you're definitely right. Thank you, Adore, for the 199. Uh-oh. YouTube. Hold on. It just kicked me out the live, but I can still see y'all's comments scrolling on my OBS. Let me log back in. For some reason it kicked me out the back end of the live stream. But as long as y'all can still see and hear me, it's cool. Let me try and get back in there. YouTube is always on some mess. Let's see here. Miss A's in the house. Everybody plays a role. Okay, I'm back in. Let me finish reading the other comments here. Okay, we got a new member, Ruby Reed. Thank you for joining the membership. Ribbon on my box sent $9.99. She says, "Hey T Fizzle, I'm glad you're in a better place. Your videos always cheer me up after a bad day. Anyways, keep doing your thing. Much love from a longtime tea sipper. P.S. Barty Gang rocks with you heavy, sis." Hey! It's so funny because Barty Gang does. Y'all go hard, so I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much. So let's go ahead. Let's see here. Congratulations on our tea sipper. Yes, we got a new little baby. One of my really good guy friends, his wife just had a baby like at 3:00 this morning. So I wake up, I'm getting all these pictures sent to my phone like the baby's here. And then my niece had her baby, last month. My little nephew baby should be here in 2-3 days. My other sister-in-law, she's pregnant. She'll be due in a few months. So I have all these babies in my life, and I've been babysitting a lot. And my little niece is 7 months old now. And, at first I had baby fever. We talked about this a few months ago. I was like, oh my gosh, I want another baby. My kids are getting older now. But it's a lot of damn work. Like, when she comes, I got to feed her. You got to figure out what's wrong. You got to burp them. You got to change them. I'm like, damn, I forgot about all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I can start over. And then, you can't just sit them down because they want to be held. She wants to sleep on my chest. I'm like, can I sit you down? I sit her down, and she started crying. I'm like, oh, gosh, I don't know if I could do this again. But good luck to all of y'all, okay? I don't know. Good luck. Them babies, honey, they take a lot of work, okay? It's hard enough dealing with a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old and trying to get them to practice and everything else. I cannot imagine having to make sure the bottles are packed and the Pampers. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm wilding. So let's talk about 2019, okay? It's been a lot of stuff that went down this year. So, we're off of me and what I went through. I had an awesome year, from I would say from March upward. Was a great year. I had a good time. I met so many wonderful people throughout this year. So many wonderful subscribers in different cities and everything else. So 2020, it's nothing but up from here. I got a lot of stuff in the works, and I'm definitely planning on doing more meet and greets in 2020 as well. So one of the stories that definitely captured the nation this year was the whole R. Kelly debacle, okay? Y'all remember when R. Kelly's ass jumped up like he's about to smack the hell out of Gayle King? And she basically ignored his ass what you about to do? So that was a big case this year. The whole R. Kelly interview. He had his 2 girlfriends there who were making excuses for him. And now we see that he's in jail and he's definitely looking at possibly going to prison. So with the whole R. Kelly situation, we had the whole Surviving R. Kelly documentary, that whole debacle. We have part 2 coming up in a few weeks or so. How did you guys feel about that interview? The whole R. Kelly situation, how he started crying. I know some people laughed because finally R. Kelly is being seen under a microscope. He's being seen as the narcissist that he is. But then other people felt like it was demeaning to have a black man crying basically for his freedom on television. So how did you guys feel about that? I'm going to go ahead and read this super chat here. Cammie Bo says, this year has been so difficult. My mom died. Grandmother had 2 strokes. 2 friends who passed away. Quit 2 jobs. People abandoning me without giving me a reason. I needed this tonight, T. Thank you. Man. I'm so happy that you were able to join us tonight. And I'm very, very sorry for the loss of your mother. I couldn't even imagine, and your grandmother being sick and having 2 strokes. One thing I'll say about friends, because I've had to kind of move on from friends as well. And one thing I'll say about people is that people come into your life for a reason. You know what I'm saying? For either a reason or a season. Sometimes they're there for a long time. Sometimes they're there just for a few years. But they always leave you with some type of lesson. So just take that as a lesson learned from each relationship, good or bad. Take whatever you can from it. Either you take it and you use that person's presence, the way they made you feel, the things that they did to you. You use that to not allow those type of people back into your life. Or you use the good and you remember the good. Sometimes people just drift apart. Sometimes it's not even like a beef thing. Sometimes we're just like on 2 different wavelengths. This person is going this way. Maybe they're going to college. You're more interested in working, and you guys are just going 2 different paths. And if the friendship is meant to be, you guys will definitely reconnect in the future. I had to kind of fall back from a friend earlier this year. But what ended up happening, even though I was sad because I had to fall back from that person just because of their negativity and nonsense, it brought other people that I hadn't seen since high school into my life. So sometimes God removes people out of your life to make room for new people. And the new people who have entered my life are positive, they're supportive, they're not jealous. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like I owe them anything. So don't be upset about them abandoning you and being removed from your life. God did that for a purpose. So now just be open for the new person getting ready to enter your life. So I hope that message helps you. Let's see here. We have so many comments coming in. Gerald Glenwater says, since 2013, age 14, I've been learning from you. You unknowingly helped me build excellent credit. I know that's right. 788. And now to start a successful credit building and repair business. Forever grateful. 2020, let's get it. That's what's up. I'm so proud of you. That is amazing. And you know what's so funny, Gerald, talking about credit? A lot of people had so much shit to say about, my big purchase. My $100,000 Lexus and all this goofy shit, right? But what people didn't realize, or they were running their mouth, is that I bought the Lexus to build business credit, right? So the Lexus is not even in my name. It's in my business name. I bought it as a business purchase. So that way, if I ever do decide to get a brick and mortar store, I have business. And what's so funny is that I checked my credit score like not even the other day, because I go and I check like every few months. And a year ago, my credit was at 780. Now in 2019, because of that purchase and making those big payments and paying them on time, even sending extra, my credit score now is a 820. The highest you can have is a 850. So you keep on doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Build that credit repair company and help other people figure out credit and finance. That's what made me laugh. You had people who don't even have a damn decent credit score trying to tell me about a purchase I made, but not knowing the intent behind the purchase. So that's why I say sometimes you let people talk and dig their own graves and let them run their mouth. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, I can go out here and go purchase a $500,000 home, and I have the credit to do that. Business and personal. Because you work on your personal credit first, which I've done. My personal credit is fine. And then you start working on your business credit once you've gotten your personal credit where it's supposed to be. So keep up the good work and definitely help more people in our community, because that's one thing that a lot of people do not understand is credit. They don't understand personal credit or business credit. So kudos to you, and I'm so happy that I was able to inspire you to get into the credit game, to not only fix up your credit, but now to turn around and help other people in our community build up their own credit. So that's amazing. You guys are just like, I'm so happy, because sometimes like I second guess myself and I feel like, do my videos even matter? Do my words even matter? Do people even care that I make these videos? I've been on here about 30 years. Like, am I making a difference in the world? So that always makes me happy when people tell me, just certain things they watch, certain things I've said has helped and has inspired them. So that's why you don't, that's why you let people talk. You let people run their mouth. You know what I'm saying? You let people assume whatever they want to assume, and you handle your business, especially when it comes to finance, money, and business. Point blank, period. Let somebody say, yep, tell them. Exactly. Exactly. Let's see here. Z-Hub, thank you for the $4.99. He says, will you drop a top 10 YouTube stories from the decade? My favorite was the fake teen, Dr. Love, Amanda Todd, Star Marie, Matthew Knowles' baby mamas. Oh my gosh, I had so many stories. We could do something like that. That'd be cool. I have so many stories. That Dr. Love, he was from Florida. He was like the fake doctor that was like giving people medical advice and examinations. He was like a 16-year-old doctor, but he wasn't a real doctor. And he got arrested like twice. And then he got caught again a third time pretending to be a doctor at the hospital. And they threw his crazy ass in prison. Let's see here. Jock says we gaining muscle mass, credit happiness, and weight loss. I know that's right. That's what we're doing in 2020, honey. Coming from homelessness to working my butt off to get a place for my daughter and I, from overcoming domestic violence relationship and making it through the year of 2019, so humble. Amen, Miss Old School. I'm so glad you were able to make it out that situation. Amen. Somebody said Azealia Banks in the Church of Satan. Y'all remember when the Church of Satan hit me up on Twitter and I was so shook? Oh my God, this is like 3 years ago when I did my Azealia Banks video when she was in the closet like cutting off chicken heads and people were like accusing her of being a Satanist. And I was like, no, she's not a Satanist. She's just batshit crazy. Don't you damn mix the Satanist and the Illuminati into her foolishness, right? Not that I was trying to take up for them, but I was just letting people know, like, no, this is not necessarily Satanism, because even the Church of Satan took to Twitter to let folks know that, no, this is not Satanism. We don't, sacrifice goats and chickens and all that stuff. So the people from the Church of Satan, first of all, who gave them a damn Twitter, okay? So this was an official Twitter page, verified and everything. They get to tweet me. I'm like, I don't need no tweets from y'all. I was so nervous. They're like, lovely T, we loved your video. Thank you so much for having our back. I was like, okay, you're welcome. Who remembers when the Church of Satan tweeted me on Twitter? I was so nervous, like, hold up. When did they get a damn Twitter? For real, I was like, what the hell? They have an actual Twitter account? That shit was crazy as hell. It really was. I was like, oh, hell no. They came through like, oh, we want to thank you for having our back and, letting people know we don't have nothing to do with sacrificing of animals. I was like, oh, okay, you're welcome. In Jesus' name I pray. Okay, you remember that, Em? Oh my gosh. That was a trip. I wasn't expecting that. So you never know who watches your videos. Like literally, you never know who watches your stuff. But let me see here. So we were talking about so many comments here. I'm trying to keep up. Let's see here. Miss D, I have a blood disorder too called Von Billbrand's disease. I've never heard of that. I love when you do your news stories. You be like, what kind of shit is this? Elexane Gonzalez says, oh, so happy I caught your live. I love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they were like, oh my God, thanks for having our back. I was just like, oh, okay. All right. You're welcome. Prince Andrew is a pedophile and a pervert. I don't trust him at all. I don't trust the royals. Matter of fact, that was the next story of 2019, okay? The next thing that happened in 2019 was the birth of everybody's favorite chocolate prince. Y'all see all that melanin? Because I don't. So that's the beautiful baby. His name is little Archie. That's Meghan Markle and what's his daddy name? Prince Harry. That's their child. And I remember all the mush mouth, the hoteppers, they swore up and down that there is some chocolate in the palace. Oh, there's melanin in the palace. Oh, melanin king. And I'm still waiting for this melanin to kick in. The baby's a year, okay? I don't see it. I see a lot of white chocolate, but not damn melanin chocolate, okay? And people laugh all the time because every few months I post pictures of baby Archie on Instagram. It's like a running joke now. And you always have, we always going on the one dropper. So there's a section of the population, they follow me on Instagram as well. They feel like any drop, just one drop, you're black. But outside of America, nobody thinks like that. Like they most people think it's bullshit, and I think it's bullshit. I don't believe in the one drop rule, never have. So you'll have the one droppers like, oh, I don't care, he's still black. He's a chocolate baby, even though phenotypically he only has like a quarter black in him, and he looks like a white child. Like, let him be a great white prince. Like, y'all stop. So that's the joke on my Instagram. Anytime I post baby Archie, I'm like, all hail our chocolate prince. Everybody's favorite chocolate prince, Prince baby Archie. Somebody said that's a whole white baby. He is. Like, it's okay. Can we just say what it is? He's a white child. His mother is mixed. She looks racially ambiguous. And his dad is white. Like, how does he end up being chocolate? But, let the one droppers and the pro-blacks tell it he's black. And, he brought black to the palace. So that was a 2019 story right there. The birth of baby Archie. And the royals right now, they're under a lot of scrutiny because of the whole Jeffrey Epstein situation and Prince Andrew being very, very close friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And a lot of the women who came out to testify were saying that Prince Andrew is involved in raping of young girls, pedophilia, and everything else. He's like the creepy weirdo of the royal family. So I don't put anything past him at all. Let's see here. That baby's whiter than my gray hair. I think the one drop rule is bullshit. That baby is white the end. Half white plus white equals white. Exactly. But, let these people tell it, honey. T, you're mean. He's chocolate. He's as black as you are. I'm like, okay. All right. All right. If you say so. Oh, my gosh. But he's adorable, though, at the end of the day. Let's see here. The 21 Savage. Yeah, that was a crazy story in 2019. Nobody expected that. That was definitely crazy. I've never seen Meghan Markle's mom. Oh, if I would have never seen Meghan Markle's mom, I wouldn't have expected her to be black. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely doesn't look like she's black at all, even though her mom is. Tay says the one drop rule was a racist law that issued in the state of Louisiana in the 1870s to distinguish the black from the whites because they didn't want the whites mixing with black folks. Yeah, and then it also helped, too, because it allowed there to be more slaves. Because if I can say, oh, well, the slave master raped this woman and they got a mixed child, and then, they could claim that child as black, and, it just made it where they could just, collectively say more people are slaves. Even if they're biracial, even if they're, a quarter, they could still claim them. So, yeah, the one drop rule definitely had a lot of sinister motives behind there. So now the next crazy thing, we've been on for 42 minutes. Can you believe that? Like, I'm like, where the hell did damn 42 minutes go? Okay, so the next crazy thing in 2019, somebody mentioned it in here. Everybody's favorite liar, honey. Jussie Smollett. In my Dave Chappelle voice. So you guys remember when Jussie came out? He claimed that, he went to go get a Subway sandwich at 2 o'clock in the morning. In Chicago. Now, I will say this year has been a very, very mild winter. Literally all the snow. That's why I haven't done no deck chronicles this winter because there's really no snow on my deck. It's been very mild in the Midwest. It hasn't gotten too cold. There hasn't been a whole lot of snow, so I'm definitely happy for that. But last year, it was crazy because the same time Jussie Smollett was talking about he was getting beat up and robbed, it was negative 22 degrees in Chicago. And there just happened to be two black guys. Well, no, at that time it was white guys. They were wearing mega hats. They had a rope they had a rope in their hand, and they were running around screaming, you nigger, F word and all this goofy shit. Like this whole Jussie Smollett situation it's crazy. And basically, he made it where it caused a lot of racial tension because once again, he faked a racial hate crime. It caused a lot of division. And I was attacked mercilessly. And initially, like I said, before the details came out, when it was just like, the few details, I felt bad. I stuck up for Jussie. I'm like, this is not right. He shouldn't be beat up because, of his sexuality or anything like that. This is horrible. But then when the details started coming out, I'm like, hold up, bitch, this don't make no damn sense. Nuh-uh, I'm not buying this. And it was me and maybe just a few others that were bold enough to just say, nah, we're not buying this. Something ain't clean in the buttermilk. And I was attacked relentlessly. And you remember around that time, the whole R. Kelly nonsense was going on. And I remember we were posting on Instagram stories about R. Kelly, just like we were posting stuff about Jussie Smollett. And what I noticed is when I post about R. Kelly, oh, it's all good. Everybody can laugh, joke, kiki, drag them. But then when I post about Jussie Smollett, a lot of the people from the LGBT will come on there and say that I'm homophobic. Oh, you need to stop posting him. You're just homophobic. You're just doing this to be homophobic. I'm like, hold up. So y'all can kiki and laugh under the R. Kelly post, but then when I post Jussie, I'm homophobic. Nah, fuck that. Jussie Smollett is a liar. And I said what the hell I said. So I had people go off on me, call me everything but a child of God, but that was fine because I was later validated and it came out that everything he said was a damn lie. And now he's being sued by the city of Chicago. He was out there trying to get some damn street meat. What y'all say? Jussie Street Meat Smollett. Yeah, they got mad because I was calling him that. Talking about, oh, you're saying that he was out there trolling for street meat. That's wrong. You can't say it. I said it. Jussie Street Meat Smollett. That is his name. So I just find that whole situation funny. That was a crazy part of 2019 because he just held on to the lie. He had the nerve to get on stage and say he was a gay Tupac. I'm the gay Tupac. I fought back. Jussie, shut your ass up. You didn't fight back because it was staged. You can tell he's one of those dudes. I think he's very insecure about his masculinity. Okay? Because unfortunately, there's a stereotype, there's a stigma with gay men that a lot of times people feel like just because you're gay, you're not masculine or you're not tough. You won't fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's his issue. He wants to be seen as a masculine gay man. So in order to be seen as masculine, because remember, he kept reiterating that. I fought back. I ain't no punk. You ain't about to just, run up on me. Meanwhile, you're sitting here 2 hours later with a noose around you. Take the damn noose off. So I feel like that was the issue. Because why would he get up there and say he's the gay Tupac? Like, what the hell are you talking about? And don't get it twisted. Okay? Just because somebody's gay don't mean that they won't whoop your ass. Don't get it twisted. I done seen some damn drag queens beat the shit out of some straight dudes outside of the gay 90s in downtown Minneapolis growing up, okay? So the gay 90s is this huge club in downtown Minneapolis. And, you can go there, gay, straight, lesbian, whatever, right? And so back in the day, everybody used to hang out on the corner in downtown Minneapolis. And so you would have some of the drag queens when they come out from doing their drag queen shows. They'd come out. Now, there was one, everybody used to call her Aaliyah. She was real fucking pretty. She looked like Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying, face-wise and everything. Some of them had breast implants, but so these dudes were like trying to talk shit. Like, oh, you not no real woman, you ugly, And I'm telling you, that drag queen turned around. Because in the show, he's feminine, got a feminine voice. He's like, nigga, what you say? I'll beat your motherfucking ass right here. They get the fighting and the drag queen whipped the shit out of the dude. It was so funny because it's like they thought because he was dressing like a girl that he, I think that's still a man. You know what I'm saying? So he fought him like he fought some dudes and he beat the shit out of dude. It was so damn funny. So don't get it twisted, honey. Don't think just because somebody's gay or they're drag queens or anything like that, they will take up for themselves. Don't get it twisted because I done witnessed that shit many a times in downtown Minneapolis, okay? They're not always the easy target that you want them to be, okay? But Jussie, he's full of shit. I don't give a damn. Jussie's full of shit. I blame Jussie for Star being canceled. What happened? I didn't hear about that. I nominate Jussie Smollett for the most ratchet person of 2019. He definitely was. But no, he's not more ratchet than Lizzo. Okay, that Lizzo dress, that was ratchet to me. That was definitely ratchet. Vay Charles, the stripper. Oh, I got to talk about her. Give me just a moment. We're going to get on Vay Charles. Shamel Travers says, have a safe and happy new year. Thanks for keeping my thirst quenched all year long. I look forward to more great content from you. Peace and love. Thank you so much, sis, and thank you so much for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. So let's talk about Bay Charles, right? That's what I named her. Now, what I noticed, there was a few people in my comment section. I got a rant. This is why I get bipolar, okay? There were some people in my comment section who were in their feelings about, what I said on in my video. My thing is, I have a very dry sense of humor. My humor is not for everybody. So like I always tell people, if you're sensitive, you don't like my memes, my gifts, the words that come out my mouth, this ain't the channel for you. This is not the Instagram page for you. I have jokes. I'm just a naturally funny person. You know what I'm saying? I have a very dry sense of humor. So you had a few people like, oh, you're mean. Blind people know they're left from right. Well, duh. She obviously does because she's whooping the hell out of somebody. It was a joke. It's like, damn, you can't even be facetious. You can't even be funny in 2019 without people getting their feelings. Then I had some girl come on there. I guess she said she was blind too. And my video was just so mean. And, I had no right to say what I said. How dare I call her Bay Charles? I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but just because somebody has a disability does not mean that you can't treat them like a normal person. You know what I'm saying? Crack jokes, be funny. I have a disability. You know what I'm saying? People talk shit about people. Make whole videos call me a fucking drug addict. Did you see me crying and you know what I'm saying? Trying to defend. I don't give a fuck. That's their opinion, bitch. I know what the hell I need to use my medication for. When I'm in pain, I pop a damn pill. That's what you're supposed to do when you have sickle cell, right? So I don't sit here and cry about that. So I'm like, you seem like you're more offended than she is. And the thing is, I knew she could take the joke because she's friends with Little Duval. Little Duval was posting her as well on his page. He said every time she does something, people send him videos and like, come get your home girl, come get your home girl, because he's from Duval, right? So I already knew she has to be able to take jokes. She's a tough girl. She's from the hood. So let me go ahead and show you guys. I want y'all to listen to the message that she sent me on Instagram. I love this girl. She's amazing. She's amazing. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys. For y'all who think like she's so offended by my video. Some of y'all are just weird. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Let me take off the Bluetooth. I don't know why. Now I can't. It's not playing. Oh, there it goes. It was on mute. Okay. Let me try it again. Hold on. Oh, come on, Instagram. I'm going to have to play for y'all. I don't know. I don't want to play. But she left me the dopest message. Basically, long story short, she's a tea sipper. And she loved the video. I'm trying to see if he's going to play. Ain't that crazy? Now that I wanted to play, Instagram is bugging. Let me see if my message to her plays. Yeah, I don't know. It's not playing, you guys. But anyways, she loved the name Bay Charles. And I want her to run with it. I want her to stand in her shit. The reason why I named her Bay Charles, because she's blind like Ray Charles, but she's a bae. Okay? Bae means, you know what I'm saying, like a babe. She's a beauty. She knows who she is. She's confident within herself. You know, that's not the most glamorous job that she could take. But she said that she had to do that because the other, you know, when she applied for other jobs, they kept trying to use her disability to discriminate against her. But the strip club allowed her to come and strip. So kudos to the damn strip club for being an equal opportunity employer. So while some of y'all be talking and be in your feelings, the people I'm talking about, they're not even in their feelings. Some of y'all need to learn to take a fucking joke. Period, point blank. But I wish I could play this for y'all. She's awesome. She's such an awesome girl. She even shouted me out in her video. Let me see if I can play that because somebody sent that to me. They're like, she shouted you out. I was like, what? But yeah, she's like the sweetest girl. Let me see if I can find her video here. I get so many DMs. It's insane. I still got DMs coming through. Yeah, I wish she would have played. Let me see if I saved it. And then watch when I get off of here, it's going to play like nothing, like you can't believe. And so I'm like, oh shit, we about to play this now. Let me check something out here. I got so many Instagram folders. I can't find her video. I'm gonna have to do an updated video and show you guys like what she said, like the message she sent me. It was so sweet and funny. But I love her. She's just who she is. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I really loved her story, because y'all know I hate bullies. Okay, I hate people who bully people. And what happened is that those girls tried to clown her. That's why they were kind of, trying to secretly record her, because they thought it was going to be funny to kiki and make fun of the blind girl. And while at first the video had me shook, like, is this a skit? I'm so confused, because I would have never thought that somebody blind could be a stripper. That's not, I don't equate blindness and stripper in the same category, okay? That's just being real. So I would have never thought that. So that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to basically get a kiki on her, and it backfired. It made people be like, damn, she's blind and she's doing all that shit. Kudos to her. She could be sitting around just getting an SSI check, but she's trying to do more. So now that she's getting social media attention and she's going viral, now the strippers are hating on her. And so she's been going off, checking their asses on her Instagram. She's super funny. She is super funny. But yeah, I wish these would play. I don't know. I can reboot my Instagram and see if they play, but Instagram be bugging. I knew they was clowning her in that video, exactly, and it blew up in their face. She is unapologetically her, exactly. And that's how you have to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit around trying to like please other people and, walk on eggshells. You got to be who you are. Nobody out here is perfect. You know what I'm saying? What you see is what you get. And I think that's the problem, is that a lot of people are not secure with who they are. So they want to project their insecurities onto her and other people. Like the one girl I said, it seems like you have more of an issue with your blindness than me or her. Because you're over here writing a whole book about how, you have eyesight problems and you're upset by my video. You seem like you haven't really dealt, with your illness. You need to go deal with that. Come to terms with that. Don't put, emotions on her because she don't feel that way about my video. That's how you feel. But the funny thing is, the video is not about you. The video was about her. So if you're in your feelings, that says more about you than anything. And I'm not taking shit down, nor am I apologizing. I said what I said. And to the folks who don't understand why I say Ratchet Florida, go watch my news channel. To the new people who just run across my stuff, be like, oh, why are you calling, Florida Ratchet? Go watch my news channel. That's why I call Florida Ratchet. Florida's a trip. And you notice not everybody is trying to use the whole Florida thing, like, oh, it's another Florida story. Oh, Florida man, anything from Florida. But I started that all the way back in like 2000, when I started my news channel, was like in 2012, 2013. Been pointing out how crazy Florida was. Liz, I said, wretched ass Florida. Let's see here. Man, yes, people are so sensitive. It's insane. It's like people just don't know how to just laugh at stuff or laugh at themselves. Shit. People crack jokes all the time. I don't give a damn. It is what it is. But there was something else in 2019. Oh, let me show y'all these. Y'all gonna laugh. There's a lot of hotepery going on in 2019. Everybody wanted to be woke, okay? A lot of wokeism. Look at this meme that I we was dinosaurs and shit. I seen that meme. I was like, oh, hell no. They be like, we was kings and shit. We was dinosaurs. And here goes another one. Little Arthur Fist. So there's a lot of hope-ness going on. And nothing wrong with being woke if you're genuine about the shit, okay? If you're genuine about being woke and you're genuine about, coming into your consciousness, there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like when people try and use their wokeism when it's convenient or when they try and gaslight people, okay? And that's what happened in 2019 with this whole Eminem and Nick Cannon fiasco. That was a whole mess. He tried to use his whole wokeism and try to get black people to run behind him. Well, no, particularly black women to run behind him to go at Eminem. And like I said in my video, I'm not no, growing up, I did like Eminem's music. I did listen to a lot of Eminem. But, I don't think that, I think as he's gotten older, he's gotten on my nerves. I don't like the hypocrisy. And I really did not like the whole Machine Gun Kelly situation where he felt like nobody can talk about his daughter. Like, one thing y'all know me, I don't like the hypocrisy. You got to keep the same energy because you didn't have respect for Hillary Duff. You didn't have respect for Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. You didn't have respect for a lot of people's daughters who were young. You made all types of vulgar raps about them. I don't care if this was in the 90s and the 2000s where you could get away with it. You still did it. So why is your daughter beyond reproach? So I don't like shit like that. If you can dish shit, bitch, you better be able to take it, right? So that's my issue with Eminem as he's gotten older. He's so sensitive when it comes to his child, but he had no regards for other people's children and how they felt, right? But with that being said, I'm not going to rally behind Nick Cannon because now you're trying to use black women to go against Eminem when you're the same one who's sitting here talking about, when black men make it, a white woman is their prize. A white woman shows that they've made it in the industry. He perpetuates a lot of like really funny stuff, and the fact that he doesn't really technically even date black women, but now you want black women to rally behind you to go at Eminem. I'm sorry, I'm gonna sit this one out, bruh, okay? Hotep and Black Power. I don't care about none of this shit. You and this beef with this white boy, that's y'all's business. Don't drag black women into the fuck shit. Period. So that was some mess in 2019, the whole Eminem and Nick Cannon situation, because it went on so long. It went on, longer than it should have. He came out with 3 diss tracks? And they didn't go anywhere. They were all trash. Slim Shady would not be left in 2019. Nick Cannon can stay, though. Country as fuck, Alabama. Honestly, didn't pay much mind. I live in Texas. I don't know what that is. What happened to Dr. Umar? Oh, they made a whole meme. There's a whole thread. It's so funny. This man was on the Breakfast Club. Now, I hadn't seen him in a while because I stopped watching his videos because I just think he's full of shit. But he was on the Breakfast Club. And so this clip is going viral all over social media. He says they had to get rid, what he said? They had to free Meek Mill to bury Bill Cosby because of the pill. Some mushmouth shit. So people took the clip and now they have this whole thread on Twitter where they're putting these little kente cloth hats on people under that thread. So they have a picture of T.I. with a kente cloth hat, LeBron James, Draymond Green. This thread is so funny. I might do a video on it. It's really, really funny. But, I watched his Breakfast Club interview. It was okay. But I can't take him seriously. Him in this school, I just can't take him seriously. And then the fact that people just make so many excuses, for him. This school been coming out for the past 6 years. So, but he said some good things on there. But the way he said the Bill Cosby and Meek Mill line, Black Twitter is petty, honey. So they made it go viral. I don't know where y'all ask. I don't know where the school's at. Y'all asking me, talking about T, where the school? You gotta ask Umar. I have no idea. Yes, Malik Yoba was another one that went viral this year. Has anybody seen or heard from Malik Yoba? I ain't seen him since everybody drug him. I haven't heard nothing from him. The Hoteps promote and excuse colorism. Umar's another fake woke. Laugh my ass out. I can't with these fake woke folks. There's a bunch of them. But consciousness and, being woke, now it's being sold like a commodity, unfortunately. Let's see here. Michaela Henry, M said in the Kamikaze interview that he didn't see the post from MGK about a year later, and that had nothing to do with his blackball from Shade 4-5. Well, that's good. I still feel like this. A lot of the issue with Eminem and MGK, the problem is this was a young white rapper, and he was going to be Eminem's replacement, and Eminem couldn't handle that. That's why I really feel like that whole issue went with MGK and Eminem. Jacked up jersey. Malik, I'm not gay, Yoba. Tanking his lip service I forgot about that. Tanking that confession. What was he saying? He said something just really. It made everybody give him the side eye. Do you remember the viral video of the lady getting the blender thrown at her? I sure do. That was crazy. But she started all that mess. So, when you go ahead and you start messing with people, like I say, for every action, there's a reaction. You can't control how somebody responds to you. She was throwing food at them people, throwing shakes. At the end of the day, fast food workers are not there to put up with abuse from customers. And I never understood going into a fast food establishment and then just being so upset and being so angry. Like, it's not that serious. Even if they mess up on your order, for me, I'd rather be respectful and just have them fix my order. I don't want them, especially when you can't see behind the counter what they're doing. I don't want nobody spitting on my food or two-stepping on my damn chicken sandwich if I ate chicken. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, even if you have to take something back, just be respectful, because then they're going to make it in a respectful way. Like, I just don't like a lot of, like, crazy energy cooking my food. Okay? I just don't. That's why a lot of times, even at restaurants, I really don't like sending food back, because I just be like, I don't know what they're doing back there in the kitchen. They're making it seem like it's all good, but they might be two-stepping on your food. I don't trust people like that. I done seen too many videos of people doing fuck shit in that kitchen. Where's the school LeBron James stole it? No, y'all talking about the LeBron James school? He built that school so quick it was crazy. But LeBron got money. The Popeyes chicken craze. That was a mess in 2019. That was a mess. And it made people just, just like, it just fed into like so many stereotypes. It's like the stuff people were doing for like this chicken sandwich. Like, they literally like made Popeyes a multi-millionaire franchise in less than a few months. They couldn't have paid for that type of advertising. Black people basically advertise for Popeyes. I ain't seen a damn Popeyes chicken commercial at all. All the advertisement is on social media. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they use a lot of us because they know, when things go viral, Black people had the power to push things through the algorithm, to make things trend and not trend. So they knew what they're doing. Even when you think about it, you notice how all these fast food Twitter handles now. So, like, you'll have the Popeyes, you'll have Chick-fil-A, KFC, Taco Bell. You notice, like, when they write, they all sound like they're black, or they have a black scent. Like, they all use words like, like social media words that a lot of black folks use on social media, like shade and receipts. And they're always trying to throw shade and drag each other now. So it's like they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Whereas before, they used to be like more professional. Am I the only one who noticed that with a lot of these fast food chains on social media? How now they talk like they're regular, what I'm saying? Like, there's just like they're having regular conversation as opposed to just being professional. But they always talk like with this like black scent. Even though you can't hear them, you can just tell like they're trying to use like words that are more prominent in the black community on social media. Okay, so you guys have noticed it too? Look, somebody said Wendy's is the worst. Yeah, Wendy's is so ratchet on Twitter. I'm like, what the hell? Like, who's controlling this? Is this a 15-year-old's Twitter? Like, the stuff they be saying, they're always ready to clap back. I'm like, what? Like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Why are fast food Twitter handles beefing with each other? McDonald's and Burger King be going at it? I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, they're trying to be hip. Wendy, she's always dragging people. She do be. Wendy stay trying to snatch a wig. I'm glad y'all noticed it. Wendy's got to drop a mixtape. Remember, Hamburger Helper dropped a mixtape like 2 years ago. It was fire too. I downloaded it. Don't judge me. Who remembers the Hamburger Helper mixtape? Am I the only person who downloaded it? I downloaded it for research purposes so I could make my video, but it was actually fire. They had 3 hot tracks. And Tira says, not to highlight, but Black China's nonsense with her mother made me appreciate my mom more. I love you. Keep doing your thing, sis. Thank you so much, Tara. Yes, Black China and her mom, they're a mess. I hope we leave them in 2019, especially the mama. She's a straight up mess. I listened to the Wendy's mixtape. I didn't know Wendy's had a mixtape. Remember the Return of the Mac Cheeto commercial? Yeah, it was the Hamburger Helper mixtape. It came out like 3 years ago. And it was low-key fire. I can't lie. T.I.'s Hyman Gate. That was sad. That was sad. And now she's back on social media, so I knew she would return eventually. She came back like a week ago. Leave Tokyo Tony in 2019. Tati and James Westbrook drama. That was definitely crazy. That was crazy. I think the drama with Tati and James, that was at like the first Armageddon or Beautygeddon, whatever they call it. That's what caused a lot of the changes on YouTube. Because James Charles is YouTube's golden boy. He chills with Susan Wojcicki, whatever her last name is. They went to, what was that big fashion show, the Met Gala. He's one of the ones picked to go. And so there's a lot of jealousy with that. You know, they're very, very close. And I think a lot of the big, you know, gurus, especially the ones who've been on here for a while, they definitely feel some type of way about the rise of James Charles. Not to mention he is messy. He's not innocent at all. You know, he's been involved in his own controversies. But I feel like a lot of the changes, especially with the bullying and the creator stuff, harassment, only came to play because of the Tati Westbrook and James Charles situation. Because when I was going through it and I was being harassed, YouTube didn't give a rat's ass. They said, this too shall pass. That was basically their response. I'm like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you a black mom? Because that's what our mamas tell us. Baby, this too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mom was telling me. She's like, you know, it'll be over. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, just it'll be water on the bridge. Just stay focused, stay positive. That was basically the response I got from YouTube. This too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? Not in so many words. But, you know, as soon as he got harassed, all of a sudden, oh, we got to change policy. And they got new policy changes. So, again, like I stated on my live stream, no, it was a live stream, might have been a video about the celebrity takeover. I believe that that's why they're bringing so many celebrities to YouTube. Because, again, once those new rules get implemented in 2020, you can't talk about other YouTubers like that, especially in a disparaging way. So now, again, like I told y'all, if I'm a celebrity, if I'm, let's say, Adrian Bylon, and this content creator is constantly going in on me, they don't like me on the real, they think I suck. Well, now I'm a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel. So you going in on me and having an opinion, even if it's not harsh, you just, you know, may not agree with something, but now I can get you under the creator on creator harassment policy. So, and that came about because of the beauty drama, the beauty community. Katia says, F the beauty community, it's high school drama. It really is. It really is. There's a lot of, you know, favoritism, and they definitely favor a lot of people in the beauty community. What about the Fyre Fest fiasco on Netflix? That was really good. I liked it that. Kamez says, love you, TQ, with the good word. Thank you so much. The demise of Steve Harvey. Karma, baby. Crystal wrote that. Yeah, that was crazy. Steve Harvey thought because, you know, he was America's favorite comedian, he couldn't be replaced. But Monique took the high road. She didn't want to, you know, clown him. You know, she wanted to take the high road, but social media wouldn't. They didn't give a damn about the high road. They drugged Steve Harvey. OT Genesis and Keisha Cole. I'm so over Keisha Cole and her attitude with this whole tea. I've been wanting to make a video about it, but then I'm like, I just don't care enough about either one of them like that. And I do like OT Genesis. He can crip walk his ass off. But Keisha Cole needs to lighten the hell up. First of all, anybody can remix your song. And why do we get so mad about stuff like that? Like, she's like so upset. She's calling him immature. She's going off and deleting her Instagram. No, she deleted her Twitter, her Instagram. Then she came back to talk more shit. Then she deleted again. You're that mad about him remixing your song? Who gives a shit? Were you upset when Weird Al Yankovic remixed Michael Jackson's song? Like, who cares? It's a parody. People make parodies of every damn thing. And the thing is, his parody made people go and stream your damn song. She made money. So So it's like, how you upset? Like this song literally reminded people of your song. Nobody was checking for that song, in 2019 until OT Genesis remixed it. Yes, it's ghetto. Yes, it's about cripping. But so what? Get a damn sense of humor. That's what I'm talking about. People be so serious. People want to act, just are so serious about stuff. It's okay to laugh. Even if you don't like it, why keep talking about it? We heard you the first time. You didn't like the remix. Okay, get over it. So what, he's supposed to delete it? He's not. He's trying to get his money. I don't know. I just feel like she needs a sense of humor. She's taking it way too far with just constantly being mad. It's like, damn, it's been 2 weeks. You still mad? You still tweeting about the shit? And now they're trolling her. Like, you seen the video that the game posted? He posted a video with him and OT Genesis. They had an ugly sweater party in LA. And they literally had the whole crowd singing the Crip love song. It was so funny. I said, I know Keisha Cole somewhere throwing pillows and shit on the floor. She shouldn't care that much. Keisha got the video pulled from YouTube. I didn't know that. Wow. AK, I did not know that. So they removed his video. Yeah, she needs to grow up. She should be breastfeeding. Her baby's cute too. Her baby is adorable. That's the baby that had me, wanting baby damn fever. He's so cute. He's a pretty little baby. But she needs to go breastfeed and calm down. It's not that serious at all. Let's see. Jonathan Randall says, hey, T, I've been rocking with you since 2016. Thanks for always providing excellent content. Do you remember the Jaclyn Hill lipstick disaster? Yes, I do. That was a mess. But the crazy thing is she'll be able to bounce back. Everything will be forgiven. There'll be water under a bridge. But let us have made one mistake with some lipsticks and, took in the cheap route and refused to acknowledge the mistake and refused to just be honest with what was going on. We would not have heard the end of that. So, yeah, that lipstick situation was a mess. It was a straight up mess. Bad Baby's response to Nicki's retirement on the David Spade show. Bad Baby needs to sit down somewhere. Yes, I do like Davey though. Oh, I seen that where she put her mom on the spot about her being mixed. And the mama's still trying to run with the lie and said that the Italian guy is Keisha Cole's daddy when she took a DNA test with a light-skinned black man and light-skinned black man's the daddy. So I don't understand that one at all. The Jordan Woods and Tristan Thompson and the Kardashians, that was crazy. There's a lot of stuff that went on this year. A lot of stuff. Okay, so now before we go, because I've been on here for already an hour and 17 minutes, another thing that happened this year that was very sad was the passing of Nipsey Hussle and, of course, even recently, Juice WRLD. So those were two celebrity deaths in hip-hop that rocked hip-hop. And the way they both died was just really sad. You have Nipsey Hussle out here getting murdered. Then you had Juice WRLD swallowing all them drugs, and then he ended up having a seizure and dying. The Nipsey Hussle situation, it was very odd the way the media covered it. It was very, very odd. And I don't want to say anything to be, I guess, to offend, especially to his fans. And I like Nipsey Hussle. He is very unproblematic. I just didn't like the way the media covered it. For some reason, I felt like it felt very disingenuous. And I felt like at the end of the day, he made good music, but they were almost trying to put him on a status of a Tupac. And he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? He could have been, but it's like the way they were talking about his death, the way they were like, showing like Crips on the news, and it was just weird. I'm like, I've never seen LA be like this friendly and open to like gangbangers, having them on the news. And it was I didn't like the way the media handled it, like the mainstream, not the hip hop media, but like the mainstream media. I felt like they just seemed like some vultures that just kind of came in to like, just be vultures on the culture. Like they didn't know who Nipsey Hussle was. They didn't understand his music. I don't know. Do y'all see what I'm saying? They're trying to make it look like he was Jesus. It was just really weird. It was really weird. Somebody said he wasn't a saint only because he's from LA. Only one Tupac, exactly. Very true. They wanted money from it. I agree with you. The mainstream media is lazy. Yeah, it was just really odd. Like, I just felt like it was really odd. It was just too much hype. Way too much hype. I'm like, I didn't see none of this hype when he was alive. Like, let's keep it real. I didn't see too many people posting. I think the one thing that they did post right before his death was when him and Lauren London were on that horse. You know, that a lot of people posted that on their social media pages. But the mainstream media and most people were not talking about Nipsey Hussle like that until he died. Just like with Juice WRLD. Now that he's dead, not everybody got a Juice WRLD story. Everybody's, but like they say, unfortunately, a lot of these artists, they're worth more dead than alive. Juice WRLD has now broken records on the Billboard, on Spotify. He was number one, I think, like, maybe he's still number one. But I know his music got up to number one in a short amount of time. Same thing with XXX. Margie said Nipsey may have been an informant from the way the police spoke well and praised him. I never heard of him until he died. That's very interesting. Yeah, he was pretty big in LA. I also put his fans to blame. No one gave him this recognition and love while he was alive and treated him like a messiah when he died. Yeah, I mean, like, even like some of the other rappers. I mean, you had The Game just being super extra. Rick Ross painted his face on his elevator. I mean, it was a bit much. It was a bit much. After a while, it just seemed like people were trying to turn him into like a Christ-like figure. And that's where it got uncomfortable for me. It was just a bit much. In 2019, Elliott received an honorary doctorate. Who's Elliott? Degree from Berkeley College. Are y'all talking about Missy Elliott? Future and Young Thug ruined hip hop. I don't think they ruined it. I just think they have their own style. I don't think they ruined it, though. I don't think they ruined hip hop. Put your conspiracy tea hats on. People do that for likes and validation. World Ali says Nipsey has been a legend because of what he stood for, and I've been a fan. He is too calm and positive to be like Pac. 100. Yeah, he was very calm for the most part. Only YG I really felt for. Yeah, him and YG were real close. The Game was doing the most after Nipsey died. It was way too much, to be honest. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only person who thought that. It was a bit much. It was a bit much. The college scandals, that was crazy. With Rebecca Romaine's, no, that's Jesse Stamos' ex-wife, Aunt Becky. There's a popular choreographer on YT, Matt Stefano, who finally decided to make a routine for Juice WRLD's song Lucid Dreams. I'm thinking now you make a routine for his song when he's dead. Oh, wow. I know who you're talking about. Matt Stefano. He dances in LA. He's a big LA dancer. That's very interesting that he made that routine now that he's dead. But yeah, people do that. People jump on stuff, once they pass on. Blackfishing, Cameron Boyce, ASAP Rocky's sex tape. That was the most boringest sex tape that he tried to clown. Like, no, your sex tape was whack. Who the hell leaked that? Did he leak that himself, or did somebody actually like watch it and say, I'm gonna share this with the internet? I was not impressed. Okay, don't damn wake me up. People have the nerve to be damn waking me up and sending me a ASAP's sex tape done drop. I said, oh shit, okay. Well, he got a cute face. Let's see what he's working with. So I go, log on to social media, do a search. ASAP sex tape. Start watching it. All I see is like some big booty white girl with a fake ass. Her ass is jiggling every which way. He did, like, it was just whack. I was very disappointed, ASAP. That sex tape was dry as hell. Did he leak that sex tape? Like, how did that? Because I didn't even buy. Once I saw the sex tape, I didn't even bother to go figure out the backstory. I was like, fuck that shit. I don't even care. Who leaked the sex tape? Was it ASAP that leaked it? Or was it the girl in the sex tape that leaked it? Like, how did it get on the internet? He should have kept the shit in his damn phone. Novelist Deanne says, I didn't know he had a sex tape. He did. That's how boring it was. I didn't even talk about it. Hell, Pastor Wilson's sex tape was better than ASAP Rocky's. And that's an old ass preacher man. His sex tape was on fire. I said, okay, you go, Pastor Wilson. He put in work. ASAP sex tape was dry as hell. I was not impressed. Rihanna didn't leak that shit. Don't put that on Rihanna, Tori. That was so boring. The baby definitely had a good year. He did. My son went to his concert. He had a bunch of strippers on stage, honey. My son was telling me. He had a lot of strippers on stage, but I found out the true tea. I found out later that all them strippers on stage in Minneapolis, they didn't get paid. I'm sorry. I was talking about this to somebody yesterday, that I feel like now clout and attention is the new form of currency. As long as you can say that you are on stage with the baby and have people take pictures for the gram, that's payment enough. I'm sorry. You got to cut a check, okay? If I'm dancing and shaking my ass in 6-inch heels and a damn thong, you're going to cut a check. But the problem is, if I demand payment, but these 5 strippers are like, oh, I'm cool with clout, guess who doesn't get paid? Who gets cut? Gotta know your self-worth. You gotta know your self-worth. I don't give a damn if you're a stripper or a regular person. This is why everything's been cheapened. Remember, back in the day, video vixens was getting paid. That to be a video vixen back in the day, like the days of Melissa Ford, girls were making good money. Not as much as the artists, but they were making money because a lot of them girls who were doing video vixen work, they were able to pay for college. They were able to like start businesses. There was a revenue stream for video models. And those girls were highly requested, like the Melissa Fords, Buffy the Body, Esther Baxter. Y'all remember them damn old school vixens, right? Then what happened? Remember BET Uncut? People started cheapening themselves. So when the higher class video vixens were saying, well, for me to be on a set for 12 hours for this rapper who's going to make millions of dollars off of this, big pimping video, you got to pay me at least $5,000. And back then they were paying these girls that much money and more, right? But then when they started BT Uncut, you had girls that they would just go grab from like the backwoods of North Carolina, the backwoods of Decatur somewhere, and be like, oh, come be in this uncut video. It's going to be on BET. Now they're in the uncut video, literally dancing in next to nothing, shaking, twerking, doing everything, not getting paid a dime. These girls were getting paid in exposure. So then people's minds started turning like, well, why am I going to pay Melissa Ford $5,000 when you have this whole crop of women here who are willing to shake their ass in music videos for free for nothing more than exposure? So that's how you destroy industry, when people stop realizing their sense of self-worth. And I'm just using the video vixens as an example. Not saying that you should run to be a video vixen. Y'all remember that? They used to get paid. They used to get paid for real. Look, BET Uncut was lit for my 12-year-old self. I remember that back in the day. Boyce Watkins. Now, let me talk about the Boyce Watkins and Lizzo situation. People were asking me to make a video on it. I'm not making a video about either person because next. I already did my video on Lizzo. Now, my thing is this. What I'm confused about, I get some of what Boyce is saying, the whole mammy thing. And, like I said before on Instagram, sometimes she does goofy stuff. And it's like, sis, they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. Okay? And Azealia Banks also called her mammy, a few months ago. Boyce basically posted a tweet and said, she's advocating obesity, diabetes. This is not good. She's overweight and all this stuff. I'm confused. Is Boyce thin? Like, do he have, I know he's lost some weight, but he at one point was big too. But what I find funny is that a man can be big. He can be sloppy, sloppy build, no six pack, more ass in the stomach than in the damn back. And nobody really questions that. Nobody really clowns him or says that, he's the poster child for diabetes and hypertension. But if a woman is fat or big or obese, then it's like she's the poster child for all things wrong in Black America. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, keep the same energy. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Like, is Boyce thin? Like, I'm confused. Aren't you plump? I'm just saying. Why, when it's a woman, all of a sudden, like, she has to be the poster child for everything? Like, he's big too. Hell, they all need to, be on some type of diet challenge. Like, what the hell? That's the pot calling the kettle black. So that's my thing. But do I agree with him when he's saying that she is playing into an archetype? I definitely do. I feel like at this point, she's more known for like her foolishness than she is her music. And that's just keeping it real. I already caught that out when I talked about her wearing that damn t-shirt dress with the ass cheeks cut out. But as far as like the whole weight thing, does she need to lose weight? If she feels the need to lose weight, great, lose it. But that's not for me to shame her or pressure her. And one thing what I noticed for years, remember, a lot of the women, especially the Black women who were big back in the day, they used to talk shit about skinny women. Remember Monique? Skinny women are evil. Skinny women are the devil. And that used to bother me as a kid because I was really, really bony. I was a really, really skinny kid. So that used to bother me. Like, damn, like, why is she talking shit about skinny women? Because people would say that to me in school. Oh, you're so bony. You're evil. You're so, you know what I mean? They got that shit from Monique. And people would tease me because I was bony, right? So Monique was, I'm proud to be fat. I'm proud to be plus size. Who else was there? It was a bunch of them. A bunch of them. And then you'll see as they get older, Gabourey Sidibe, another one. I love my size. I love the skin I'm in. It's okay to be this big. And then as they get older and they realize that, damn, I can't even walk up the steps. It's hard to breathe. You know what I'm saying? I have sleep apnea. Diabetes are, right around the corner. Then they start wanting to work out and get back right and get healthy. And now Monique, the same one who's making fun of skinny people back in the 90s, now she's skinny. She's lost weight. She's not skinny, but she's lost a lot of weight. She looks good. Gabourey Sidibe, I don't know if she got got bypass or what, but she's lost a lot of weight. So what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you have to let people come into their own journey. Shaming somebody or constantly reminding them that they're big or they're overweight, that has to come into that consciousness. It's not for Boyce Watkins to tell her or for people to make memes about how big she is and stuff like that. She tries to say that she's comfortable in her size and she is who she is. I feel like a lot of that is bravado. While I do feel like there's some comfort, she feels some comfortability in her size, I still feel like she does a bit too much. People who are comfortable with their size, when you're comfortable in your own skin, you don't have to do too much. It's just going to show, right? It's just natural. Just like if you're just a regular, confident, sexy woman, you're going to exude sex appeal. You don't have to show it all off for the gram. Okay? So that's how I feel. Do y'all get what I'm saying, or am I being mean? Let me see. Am I being mean or am I keeping it real? Let's read the comments. Okay, y'all understand what I'm saying. Okay, so Love Unruly says, I see the insecurities. Right. Just like when she did that live stream. She ran it for 8 minutes. I'm doing me. I don't care what y'all say. I've been funny. I can walk with my ass out. Then she started crying. Wait, you were just screaming about confidence and walking with your ass? What the fuck you crying for? Make it make sense. So a lot of people do stuff and then they try to act like they're so secure and that's why I can do what I want. You can, but then be prepared for that backlash because people are going to have opinions of you. But again, having opinions and shaming her about her weight, that's not going to get her to change her weight. She has to come into that. That's something she has to do. Period. Nobody shamed Boyce Watkins about his weight. It was okay for him to be as big as a house. Nobody made memes like, sir, you're the poster child for hypertension. I didn't see those memes when he was fat as hell. So why when it's a woman, it's like she's the poster child for everything bad for other women. So I just find that funny. Okay, thank you, Bridget. She said not being mean at all. Exactly. Think about it like this, Angela Simmons. I stopped posting her because y'all be like, you're so mean to Angela. I'm not mean to her. I just keep it real. To me, she does not have sex appeal. I'm sorry, she doesn't. Cute girl, she has no sex appeal. She tries too hard, okay? You're the pastor's daughter. You're like the way she's always having to be in the bikinis and the leg spread and the weird posing, and you know, she's very uncomfortable. You can see it in her face because even when she models, it's just not natural. When you model, it should just be, it should just come natural. You shouldn't be looking pain. Mouth always open, like you're not being yourself, sis. Close your mouth and just. That's why I'm like, I can't take her seriously. Like, this is not who you are. It's okay to wear a little cute outfit, be sexy, but if you're not comfortable wearing lingerie and a bikini in front of millions of people on your Instagram, don't post the pictures because it just comes off odd and awkward. The poses are stiff. They're awkward. She's not in her element. Whereas when I see Rihanna just has natural sex appeal. I don't know what it is. She just has natural sex appeal. Rihanna can put on a trash bag and she's still going to look fierce. It's just something that she exudes. She can wear a whole pantsuit and she still exudes sexiness and confidence. You get what I'm saying? So that starts from within. That's why it's so easy to spot somebody who's really insecure because you got to do the most. Who's the big white girl? Adele. She's a big girl. Sing her ass off. But you don't see Adele prancing around with her ass out. When you're confident, it just comes naturally. You don't got to do too much. And I can speak from experience because I remember there was a point in my life when I was a younger girl, I was insecure. You know, I was insecure about my skin tone and all types of stuff. So to cover up, you know, the insecurities I felt about my skin color, I felt like I had to be over the top. I had to be super sexy. You know what I'm saying? And then once I came into myself, I realized I don't have to, you know, wear the most tightest, smallest shit and, you know, titties out. And I don't have to do all that. That's not what makes you sexy. It's your confidence, how you carry yourself. So you don't have to do the most. So when I see somebody walking around at a game in public with children there at the Lakers game, that doesn't exude sexiness to me. That exudes I'm insecure and I need an attention fix. Period. And her fans can continue to troll me. That's fine. I said what I said. Adele lost a lot of weight. Okay, I haven't seen Adele in a long time. If she lost weight, that's good. Kudos to her. So again, she lost it when she was ready to lose it. So that's what I'm saying. Don't let these people gas you up all that. Oh, I'm 500 pounds. It's all good. Just like J-Hood when she came out. I'm big. It's all good. No, a lot of times it's not all good. And as they get older, it sometimes affects their health. But shaming somebody into trying to lose weight is not going to help anyone. You got to let them figure that out. They have to get tired. That's like with anything. It could be a bad drug habit. I'm not going to keep shaming you because you're a crackhead, bitch. Eventually you're going to get tired of smoking damn crack. Hopefully. And then change and go to rehab. Did I just use a crack? Did I just use a crack analogy? Oh my God. How long have I been out here? I use a damn crackhead analogy, Lord. Oh my God, I need to go to bed. Y'all know what I mean. You know what I mean? So let Lizzo do her. Lizzo, just make sure your ass is covered in the back. But other than that, you know, I like her music. You know, I think she's a very beautiful girl. If you actually look at her, she has a beautiful face. Very asymmetrical. Very beautiful girl. So she just doesn't need to do all that at all. She's not ugly by any standard. So I'm glad that she did clap back. You know, she does make good music. But again, like I said, she also has to realize when people are laughing with you and not at you. And that's one thing that, you know, as Black people can be hard. Because a lot of times, you know, we're just naturally funny and we crack jokes and this and that. But remember, like with Dave Chappelle, that's the same thing that led him to run away from the Chappelle show and go to Africa. Because after a while, those laughs, they weren't comfortable anymore. Remember when he was playing the blind Klansman, William Bigsby, and, you know, he had all these good skits. Then he said one day he was doing a skit, and the white folks in the audience, they were laughing a bit too hard. And that's when it clicked. And that's what Lizzo doesn't need to go through. So she needs to realize that now. That not everybody's laughing with you. Sometimes you know, unbeknownst to you, you are just the butt of the joke, literally. Let's see here. I want to hear her sing, not see her bare big ass. Lord. Lizzo's pretty. Yeah, she's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Gabby Sidibe has lost a lot of weight and always had confidence. Did she lose it naturally? Did she have gastric bypass? I was wondering that. I seen she lost weight. I said, okay, Precious, we see you. Lost a lot of weight. Wait, somebody said, speaking of Africa, did you see where people's luggage got lost on their trip to Ghana? Lord. How did that happen? That sounds suspect. Kamara says, T, you're speaking some real stuff. Eddie Murphy's comeback, yes. Eddie Murphy's comeback on SNL was a good thing. Now, what I find funny is that Bill Cosby, okay, so she had surgery, lap band surgery. Okay. So let me ask y'all before we talk about Bill Cosby and Eddie Murphy. Do you guys agree? Like, one teacup. One, don't spam and get blocked by Google. How do you guys feel about people who lose weight naturally versus having a lap band or gastric bypass? Put a teacup if you're okay with them losing weight. If you consider them losing weight with a lap band or gastric bypass, if you consider that like natural, if you count that as losing weight naturally. Or do you feel like it's the same as plastic surgery, you got help, so it doesn't count as somebody going to the gym and really working it off? Let's see. Okay. So I see a lot of teacups. It's fine. Okay. As long as you keep up with it and get healthy after. Okay. Okay, good. It's not natural as plastic surgery. Nope, I don't give props for surgery. I don't feel, to each its own. Teacups, nope, not the same. Teacup because I need some help. Plastic surgery, nope, not the same. Okay. Lose weight. Lost weight is lost weight as long as you're happy. Okay. I've always wondered how people felt about that, so I'm glad. So it's kind of half and half. I think for the most part, people feel like it's okay. Some people feel like it doesn't count. You should have went to the gym. It's still plastic surgery. Definitely not natural, but I give them props for those who keep it up. Most fall off and regain the weight shortly after. Yeah, and that's the sad part because sometimes you can have that surgery, but if you don't keep up with it, you can definitely gain it all back. Because I notice people who have lap band surgery and gastric bypass, they don't catch as much heat. Let's keep it real now. I might offend some people because at the end of the day, it's still some type of cosmetic, you know, maybe not cosmetic per se, but it's still some type of surgery. They don't catch as much heat as somebody who says, well, I want bigger boobs. I want to go get breast implants. Fill me up, right? Why the llama's glasses go wink, wink? I'm wilding tonight. The glasses was like wink, wink. Okay, right? So people don't knock people as much who get those type of surgeries versus somebody getting their tits done or getting their ass done. So why is that? Because it's still surgery. You get what I'm saying? But have you guys noticed that if it's somebody getting like implants or getting like plastic surgery on their body, that's still shunned or looked down upon, or people talk mess. But if it's somebody getting gastric bypass or lap band, then it's like, oh, you know, praise him. So I always wondered that. So that's very interesting. Okay, so AK said it's all cosmetic in my eyes. Magnetic Story says, T, I'm in stitches, y'all. Y'all not be wildin'. I know a girl who found a way to eat after the lap band surgery. Oh, Lord. Adele looks like a bobblehead doll. I don't think cosmetic surgery versus necessarily surgery the same. That's why insurance won't pay for cosmetic that you don't really need. So does insurance pay for the lap band? I know they pay for gastric. So do they pay for lap band too? I'm just wondering because I don't know. Surgery is just a tool. They still have to do internal work to break the food addiction. It isn't an easy way out. They have to change their entire lifestyle. Yeah. It's still plastic. Insurance covers lap band if you qualify. Okay, well that's good. That's good because I know they don't cover nothing else if it's medically necessary. Okay. Yes, I always found that interesting. And maybe that's why there's not as much stigma with like lap band and gastric bypass and stuff, because it's medical and insurance can cover it. Whereas if it's just somebody who's just like, I want a big old reindeer ass so I can go shake it in the club, people are like, sit your ass down. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. People have plastic surgeons lie and post gym pics all day. You can't get lap band surgery. You can, hold on, you can't see the lap band surgery, but you can see fake boobs and fake butt. I think it depends. Some people have issues that surgery helps them to get to that point. So then do you feel, well, I guess it wouldn't be hate though, because I guess if somebody's bigger or obese, they can always apply. If insurance is willing to pay for it, they can apply for the same surgery too. So it may not be people being jealous or hating on them. Remember Usher's accuser had gastric bypass. Oh, so she ended up getting the gastric bypass. She was another one. Remember? Oh, I'm confident. I love all this weight. Usher liked it. Then she ran and got gastric bypass. I'm telling people be trying to like act they got all this confidence in the world. But again, she ran and got gastric bypass. Everybody doesn't lose weight easily. Yep, that's the truth. Yeah, Quintasia, that was her name. She was a trip. Alicia Keys. What she do? They said she got the stepdaughter calling her mama. And the mother of the stepdaughter. No, the biological mother is upset. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Because the mama's alive, so I don't know why she would need to have her stepdaughter calling her mom. But then, some kids naturally will do that. They'll naturally call that parent mom or dad. So, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't take Alicia Keys seriously. I stopped taking her seriously when she made that stupid ass Blended Family song. We're a blended family. I don't even know the words, honey. I said, how you gonna make a blended family song after you took that woman's husband? Okay. And he allowed himself to get taken. And then now all y'all supposed to be one big happy family. Alicia Keys and what's the girl name? What's the baby mama name that was crying all over Love and Hip Hop New York first season that Alicia Keys took her husband? I can't think of her name. Starts with an M. That blended family song was a mess. And nobody fell for it. Apparently, Alicia Keys has been overstepping her boundaries for a while. I believe it. She has control issues. Alicia Keys is a weirdo. Mashonda, thank you guys. Mashonda, that's her name. Remember she kept crying and shit first season on Love and Hip Hop? Their house was all dilapidated. Pool was green. They had cracks in the foundation. The whole mansion was falling apart. Meanwhile, Swiss Beats, he done got a whole new house with Alicia Keys. And then y'all want to come back, 10 years later, talking about y'all are a blended family and all this goofy stuff. They're just weird. I stopped taking them seriously. Yeah, you didn't know that Alicia Keys stole Swiss Beats from Mashonda? Where you been? And that was a whole storyline for like years on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, I stopped taking her serious. And then when she did the whole acne thing, when she was talking about, oh, I don't wear makeup no more. Everybody needs to stop wearing makeup. And it's like, bruh, you were doing acne commercials in the early 2000s. Like, get the hell out of here. Of course, it's easy for you to say, you have this newfound love for, bare natural skin because you don't have no acne no more. But when your ass was on them damn Proactive commercials crying and shit about acne and potholes, you was wearing makeup. So, like, don't knock people for what they want to do. I don't have no blemishes or acne and stuff like that on my skin, but I would never shame people or make them feel like, oh, everybody needs to stop wearing makeup because now my skin is smooth. Like, I don't know. She just irks me. She just kind of irks me. She just be doing too much. I'm like, ooh, how we forget them damn Proactive days. Now that your skin is smooth, now you want to start a no makeup movement. Girl, bye. I'd have took you seriously if this was 2002, honey. Tell me I'm not lying. Y'all remember where are the 2000s people? Y'all remember them damn Proactive commercials with Alicia Keys? They used to come out at midnight. Before I found Proactive, I would have horrible breakouts. Now my skin is smooth. Yeah, she was team Proactive. And then you want to come out a few years later and talk about how you don't wear makeup and this and that and this and that, and you're going natural, and that's fine. But like, she was just going overboard with it. It's like, girl, shut up. Okay, you don't wear makeup, and they said God took her voice for how she did Mashonda. I remember that. Oh, I remember that when she dropped that blended family and it sounded like trash. Oh my gosh. I remember people had memes saying that. That was crazy. Remember Diddy was preserving his sexy with Proactive? Yeah, remember all them celebrities were all using Proactive, and then my friends with acne, they said Proactive didn't even help them. Like, it made their skin either break out more or like it didn't feel good. I don't know, but a lot of people I knew who tried Proactive, it didn't do anything for them. So that was something that these celebrities were pushing. Like she wants a cookie or something. I don't wear makeup. All right, girl, you want a cookie? Little Nas X and that basketball player. He's dating a basketball player? Who? I didn't know that. What's up, Dark Princess? She said that they were really using it. Proactive gave people cystic acne? Proactive fucked me up? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because I remember people saying that. Like, my sister-in-law, she went and bought some, and she was like, it did not help her. She didn't even have acne. She just had, I was like, why did you buy the whole kit? Like, she literally has, like, decent skin. Like, she might break out every now and then, but she didn't have acne. And it's like, it messed up her skin even more, so she had to stop using it. See, she let them damn celebrities hype her up. She ran and bought the shit. Proactive over-dried my skin. I remember me and my brother used it for a week. It was trash. Wow. Proactive didn't work. My dad brought it. It was just water and rubbing alcohol in a bottle. Not rubbing alcohol. Accutane is the best for clearing your skin. Proactive did work for me. Okay, that's good. Proactive burned my skin. I'll never use Proactive again. It broke me out. Damn. So is that why we don't see Proactive commercials no more? Because y'all remember every night they would come on, would be different celebrities. And Alicia Keys was the main one. So that means if you guys are saying this, how it didn't work, that means that what probably cleared her acne was not Proactive. She got money, so they probably had all types of laser treatments and all types of stuff to clear up her skin. Because if y'all are saying all this horrible, like I've only seen one good comment in all these comments about Proactive. Everything has been negative. So that means that's probably not what even helped her skin. Kendall Jenner is endorsing Proactive. I ain't seen a Proactive commercial since like the 2000s. Like early 2000s. Okay, let's talk about, before I leave, because I've been on for almost 2 hours. I don't even feel like it. Dang, time just be flying, you guys. My daughter still breaks out bad while I'm Proactive. I don't see the When Hair commercials no more. I remember those When Hair commercials. Remember the sounds of like the 60s and 70s? Them CD commercials used to come on back in the day. I'm hooked on a feeling. Oh, it's magic. You know. The sounds of the 60s and 70s, they used to come on every night when I was in high school. I remember all those damn songs from the 60s and 70s from that infomercial. Y'all remember them shits. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all remember them CD commercials back in the day? Around 4 o'clock? Oh my God, that's how we found a lot of our new music. That is so funny from those commercials. It did. Because I would hear them commercials like, dang, I didn't even know none of these songs from the 60s. And either you order, we ain't had no money to order, honey. You order some shit on TV, you're going to get in trouble in our household. But you had somebody, you know what I'm saying, make you a copy. Oh my gosh. Look, Happy says, dang, these live chats are fun. I'm so glad you guys are having a good time. We have over 2,000 people in here. So I'm going to get ready to go. It's been almost 2 hours. But let's talk about Eddie Murphy and Bill Cosby real quick, right? So Eddie Murphy, what's up, Devin? So Eddie Murphy just came back to SNL, and it was like one of the highest rated episodes in years. And he did the damn thing, rave reviews. He did a skit on Bill Cosby, and Bill Cosby was not happy. And basically, he sent, I don't know if he sent a letter, a pigeon, you know what I'm saying, a carrier pigeon message. I don't know how the hell the message got out. But he was ranting and raving about how, you know, Eddie Murphy disrespected him, and basically he paved the way and all this other stuff. But Bill Cosby forgets how he treated those young comedians when they were coming up and trying to follow in his footsteps. Bill Cosby shitted on a lot of these young comedians. He thought he was better than them. He would say, oh, they curse too much. They're too vulgar. They're too this and that. They might have cursed a lot. They might have been vulgar, but you, sir, were not innocent, okay? You were doing your dirt too. Just because, you know, you spoke proper and didn't curse, that don't mean shit if you're sitting here popping pills in people's drinks, bitch, okay? So you done did your shit too. So I just feel like, you know, at this point, he's upset, of course, because he's in jail. You know, so any little thing bothers him. I was listening to a jailhouse interview that he did maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. And, you know, he said he's coming along fine. And he's teaching like some of the guys who are in jail with him, like education, how to read, and just different stuff. He's working with them on that. And it's really sad that his legacy has, you know, come to this, where he's literally ranting from jail. Like, who would have imagined that as a kid? I couldn't, like, you couldn't have told me when I was like 8 or 9 watching the Cosby Show that by the time I'm a grown-ass adult, he'd be ranting and raving from a prison cell. That's crazy. That's crazy. Somebody said he sent a kite. You know, I'm not fooling with y'all. Y'all are so wrong for that. Somebody said that man sent a kite, honey. Forget Eddie Murphy putting his fortune back into the hands of the man with his new woman. That beef is literally 30 years old. Exactly. And that's the problem. Like, he spent so much time going in on these young, you know, up and coming black comedians. That's why you notice a lot of them are not taking up for him. They don't feel bad for him. They're not speaking on his behalf, because he had the kind of attitude back then that he was up here, and all the other up and coming comedians were like down here. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think it's bullshit that he's in jail for some stuff that happened, you know, 30 something years ago. I definitely feel like that a lot of that stuff was a setup. And the energy, like I always say, is not the same. Because Hugh Hefner, who was his best friend at the time, was also, you know what I'm saying, involved in a lot of nefarious shit. But they made sure to, you know, let him die in peace and preserve his legacy. Live, Laugh, and Slay Bitch says, hey T, can you say wretched ass Florida? LOL, thanks. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Melanin Queen says, somebody give Cosby a pudding pop of their own. You are such a man. Remember when he spoke out about the black community? Now, you know, as far as that, he did say, you know, a few real things, you know, but where he messed up is he was acting like it was the whole black community. Y'all black folks sitting here buying your child $200 Jordans, and he can't even read. I'm like, bitch, where are my Jordans? Because my parents got me walking around in Payless. We ain't had no damn $200 Jordans when we were growing up. The first time I wore a pair of Jordans is when I bought them shits. In my damn 20s, okay? So I think that was the problem, is that he was painting the entire community with one brush. You know what I'm saying? Don't chastise the entire community for the few ratchets. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where he messed up. But I remember that. That was very controversial. But, you know, everything he was saying was not necessarily a lie. He was speaking a lot of truth. But I just think the problem is he was acting like the whole black community was doing this. Meanwhile, he was doing the right thing. The cucumber challenge, let's leave that in 2019, okay? We don't need to know how deep you can, you know, deep throw the damn cucumber. That was such a gross challenge. And then it was just nasty. Like, this is how you can tell, like, when a female is just nasty. I would literally watch people do this challenge. They literally went to Walmart, the grocery, just wherever. Put the cucumber in the bag, take it right out the bag, and stick it in their mouth, looking for social media attention. Meanwhile, the damn cucumber probably got all types of E. coli and cow shit on there. You ain't washed it off or nothing, nasty ass. I hate that challenge was disgusting. Half them people, I would say 90% of those people did not wash their cucumbers. Nasty. Just filthy. And then when they get an infection in their throat, they're going to be blaming their damn boyfriends. Wasn't your boyfriend cheating? It was the damn cucumber. I'm telling you, that was a mess. I did not like that. Did y'all? I mean, y'all didn't think about that? See, I'm a germaphobe, so I think about it all. I'm such a germaphobe. So I'm watching these chicks like, that's all types of E. coli and bacteria sliding down your throat. All this for social media likes. Nasty ass. Watch they cooch. Watch they cucumbers or they cooch. Strep throat. Yeah, that situation in Baltimore was sad. That was really sad with the girl. And people were saying, I've been known, I've always heard about Baltimore being bad. Hell, I went to Baltimore and I remember them Baltimore story. I got the hell up out of there. I went to Baltimore twice. I went out there during the Million Man March. And I'm literally like, we're driving. And this is like is that John Hopkins Hospital? I think that's the hospital before you get there. And it's just these row houses. They look very dilapidated, burnt down. So we're at a red light. And this dude comes pounding on my window. And he's like, can I get some money? I ran the red light. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, about to get me hurt in damn Baltimore. Yeah, okay, was that downtown? Because all I know is when I ran the light, I seen the John Hopkins, like it was like the hospital, and y'all have like a walkway. Like going from one side of the hospital to the other, it's like a walkway. I sure did. I don't play that shit. Don't come banging on my damn door. It's like, I've done that a few times. I don't care. I've done that in Minneapolis. Don't come banging on my shit. I will run a light, honey. Yeah, it's a very rough city. Very rough. So that's why I think, because I've been there, I didn't stay long, but just from what I saw, just from driving around, I was just like, wow. People talk about, I'm from the projects. Baltimore is very rough. Very rough. The housing, so to come from that environment and to want to make something of yourself, especially at the tender age of 21. Like, I was talking to my homeboy today. He's like, you be acting like you're so old. Because I call everybody a baby. Like, I look at, even though 21, yeah, you're grown. But to me, I feel like that's a baby. Because I know where I was at 21. I was like a young mom trying to figure out life. The last in my mind was owning a business. So for her to be a young mom and have the mindset to open up her own business in Baltimore, as rough as Baltimore is, like that, I just have so much respect for her. That's why I say when people come from certain environments that you've been to that are just so rough, like Baltimore, the Bronx is rough, okay? And for people to come out of those environments and to want to make something of themselves, like, I respect that so much more than somebody coming out of Minnetonka or Calabasas. You get what I'm saying? So for them to snuff out her life behind some bundles, when I tell you the spirit of jealousy, like we were talking about earlier in the live stream, is so real. And it's so easy to say, well, once you make it, you got to get up out the hood. Like I get it. Trust me, I understand that mentality. But that's sick, though. That's so sick. Like, why do we just think about how sick that is, you guys? Let me go. I told you my live streams are bipolar. I'm about to preach again, okay? How sick is that? We tell black people, once you've made it, stay out the hood. Why are we not chastising the hood boogers who are making it hard for black people to keep businesses in the hood? Nobody tells Asian people when they make it, stay out the Asian hood. Nobody tells Middle Easterns when they make it, stay out the hood. They own all the corner stores. Nobody fucks with them. The Asians own all the hair markets. Nobody fucks with their shops. But why, when it's us trying to start our own businesses in our own communities, we're telling our own people, just make your money and get up out the hood? That's sad, man. Do y'all get where I'm coming from? Like, there's literally people shaming her in death. You got a Mercedes, you made your money. She should have never opened up a business in the hood. But why? Why? I bet you anything there's an Asian hair store, probably kitty corner from her shop. Y'all not telling them they shouldn't open up shop in the hood. Nobody's messing with they shit. It's a sick mentality, man. It's a sick mentality. It's sad. It's really sad. That young girl had every right to open a business in her own community. Okay? She was 21 years old before she opened that business. I'm very sure she had a job. So that means she paid taxes in that community. So she had every right to say, you know what? I want to open up a salon in my community where I pay taxes, where I live. We shouldn't be shamed for wanting to start businesses in our own communities. The only people who should be shamed are the people who would sit there and think it's okay to rob that baby of hair bundles, trying to stop her business, trying to take money out her household, trying to stop her from feeding her child. And then when that wasn't enough, they went in there and they killed her. That should be the only people shamed. People who have that nasty, demonic, jealous mentality. And a lot of people are like, oh, they don't believe in, when I talk about people being demonic and having demonic energy, that shit is very real. And y'all better open up your discernment and realize that some people have demons in them. And those demons will make your spirit feel some type of way. And when they make your spirit feel some type of way, get the hell away from their ass. Because then will be the same demonic ass people trying to do something to you. It's really sad. It's a straight up, you're right, Miss AP. It's a crab in the barrel mentality. Spencer Janae says, I feel like the police report wasn't taken as seriously as she wanted it to be. I would have wanted protection outside for weeks until I felt comfortable. But see, the problem is this. Who's going to pay for that? And because there's so much crime in that community, like Baltimore, like there are people leaving comments on that video. They're saying it's gotten so bad. You got women being killed on a consistent basis, children. So because there's so much crime, they can't afford to have a police officer sitting outside her shop. Because they got to get to the next shooting, the next killing. So that's the sad part. They can't take something like that seriously because it's just a robbery. It's not on the high priority list. They're not going to put a robbery over a shooting or a murder. Before I left LA, somebody stole my whole in-dash. Broke into my truck, stole my whole in-dash. It was horrible because it's just like, you feel so violated. So I called the police station right across the damn street. It took them 2 hours to show up. And they filed the police report, took pictures, told me to take my car to downtown LA to get it fingerprinted. Meanwhile, I had to catch a plane the next day because I'm getting ready to move. I couldn't do that. So anyways, I called to follow up. Once I got to Minnesota, I called to follow up. And they just didn't care. Like, it's just not high priority. Like, go call your insurance company, go get another radio. They just basically got away with it. Because you got to realize just certain things are just not high priority. It's just not. They're not going to put her being robbed for hair bundles before more serious crimes, unfortunately. It's really sad that it's like that. Shotgun said, preach. Can you explain what they sold? They stole hair bundles. Weave. On December 10th, they came to her shop. She seen them behind her shop, like they were coming in through the back. And they started grabbing hair bundles. She went to confront the people, and I'm sure she probably knew them or seen them around. She went to confront them, and as she's trying to get her hair bundles back from her, they basically jumped her. One of the people pinned her down, and they jumped her and started beating her up. So at that point, she called the police. She made a police report, a theft report, and everything else. They took all the information, but nothing was done. They didn't go after the people right away. Because again, if Baltimore is that bad, that's not going to be high on the priority list. I lived in LA. Me getting robbed from my speakers is not going to be high on the priority list when there's a shooting in Compton, you know what I'm saying, every other day. So that's just the fact of the matter. It's very scary. And what really bothered me with that situation was when I saw that video and she kept talking about death and when she dies. And I just was thinking to myself, like, how bad is that environment that a 21-year-old woman with this much drive, this much gumption, is still thinking in the back of her mind when she dies, she wants to be a legend and she wants her daughter to know that she slayed some hair. And then I was reading the comments from people from Baltimore because they're in that environment on a daily basis. They said the reason why she said that is that's just how bad that it's gotten. That at this point there's women being killed, children being killed, and nobody's really doing anything about it, especially the people in that community. So it's just like that's everybody's mentality now. You know, if I don't make it, if I live to be 21, 22. So that's just really sad. It's really sad. And then somebody else made a really poignant point. They said, remember when Trump called Baltimore like a shithole or something like that? He was talking about the city and people were really upset. And I don't know the older black man. I think he's one of the senators. He was really upset. And the girl left the comment. She says, at this point, I'm not even mad at what Trump said. My city is definitely turning into a shithole. So it's really sad. And it just doesn't get, you know, these stories don't really get the light of day. Trust me, she wasn't the only person killed probably on that same day in Baltimore. It's probably a few other deaths, just like in Chicago. But once cities get that bad, they don't even report on it anymore. It's just a blip on the radar. Elijah Cummins, thank you. Yeah, he was really upset. But the city has gotten really bad. Wait, what happened? Queen 2539, you said she kicked her out for not paying her booth rent? Are you talking about Destiny? What happened? It's very scary out here. Detroit is just like this too. Now let me ask you about Detroit, because people keep wanting me to come to Detroit. I've heard Detroit has like gotten better though. Is it still bad like that? Because I know they did like a whole bunch of like renovations and they're trying to clean up where they had a lot of those abandoned houses. And they said downtown Detroit is like really beautiful. So is that just the front? Is Detroit not getting better? The cold part is Maryland is a rich state. So is it where like, because people say that outside of Baltimore, there's a lot nicer places like in the suburbs. So why is the money not trickling down to Baltimore? Can somebody answer that who lives in Maryland? Okay, Elijah Cummings, he died, right? Okay, Senator. I think he died recently. Roderick says we act like God is not real. Amen. It should be free. PG is nice. Is that Prince George County? Because I know a lot of people who live in Prince George County. And they say that's a nicer area. Is it gentrification? It's nice places in Baltimore. They're fixing up downtown Detroit. Okay. I live in Detroit. It's still bad. Wow. Okay. Wait, Cleveland is bad? Damn, I'm heading there for New Year's Eve. I think in every city, you know, every city has their good and bad. Okay, so he did die. Okay, rest in peace to him. Every city has their good and bad. And I don't care where you go. Florida, Baltimore, even here in the Twin Cities, people think Minnesota's like mainly like white people. There's a lot of white people here, don't get it twisted. But, you know, there's been a lot of killings here in the Twin Cities. A lot of young people dying. You know, it's been really bad. It's been really bad. You know, there's been things that have happened close to home, even for me, that I haven't talked about on YouTube, just because it's so close. And That's the worst, when you have to go to a hospital and you don't know if somebody's going to live or die, and you're waiting in that waiting room. That's the shit they don't play on television. You know, that's the stuff you don't see in the movies. Is the family and the friends literally in the waiting room for hours because the person who's been shot is clinging to life, and they're on their sixth bag of blood, and you don't know if the doctor's going to be able to save that person's life. They don't show you that in the movies. So it's a lot of just tragic stuff that's happening all over this country, in this world. That's why it's like you got to stay prayed up. For real. You got to stay prayed up. Like I always tell y'all, you know what I mean? You got to pray when you leave your home, and pray that you make it back in one piece. That's the truth. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Yeah, I heard Milwaukee's getting worse too. Shake my head. The east side of Detroit, honey. Damn, the east side is that bad, huh? She done threw the honey in there. I'm moving to Dallas. Every place on earth has its good and bad. Exactly. Baltimore City is bad, but the county is nicer. That's my home. I love Cleveland. Gangsters everywhere. Get your protection up. Detroit is still bad. That's sad. I prefer PG. I moved to Baltimore County with my family. Dallas got its places too. Yeah, there's certain places it's just like you just want to stay out of there, especially after a certain time. It's the truth. They had a church shooting in Fort Worth, Texas this morning. What's up with all these Texas shootings? Like every other month, there's like some type of like mass shooting in Texas. What is that about? And then I heard that the church members pulled out guns and they were shooting back. I said, well, damn, what kind of church is this? They said we would not go out without a fight. They said they were shooting back at the perpetrators, which is awesome, you know. But that's really sad that people are going into churches and attacking. That's crazy. New York is getting worse. You're right. There's a church in Texas. Yeah, there's like a Texas shooting every other month. It's insane. Strap for Jesus. New Jersey. Yeah, I've been to Jersey. Jersey got some rough parts. Don't let the Real Housewives of New Jersey fool you, honey. Jersey got some rough parts. I remember I went to go pump my own gas, honey. That gas attendant, he was not here for it. I didn't know. I didn't know that you weren't allowed to pump your own gas. Trying to pump my gas. What you doing? With the Jersey accent. What you doing? I got to pump your gas. I was like, I'm sorry. There you go. Getting a little gas. Let me get my ass back in the car. They was not playing in Jersey, honey. He came running out the damn store. What you doing? What you doing? I was like, I don't know. I was just pumping gas. They do not play that, honey, in Jersey. That was crazy. The Jersey Shore, nowhere is safe. Speaking tough and shooting. Ohio is great. South Atlanta. Y'all see that big old house that Cardi B and Offset bought in Atlanta? That thing is huge. One thing about those big houses, I always look at it like, because you know me, I'm just into like finance and, you know, all that stuff. I'm like, I wonder how much it costs to heat and cool the upkeep of a house like that. Because I think it's like I know it's a mega mansion, it's huge. But I always think like, how much is the upkeep? Like the monthly light bill. It's probably like $5,000 or some like crazy stuff. The taxes, yep, all that stuff. It's a lot. Atlanta is a black Hollywood. It definitely does. It definitely is. Yeah, the upkeep. Probably $10K a month. Yeah, I can believe that. It's huge. I'm like, damn. But there's a lot of, you know, and that's the thing, like in places like Atlanta, you can get like a lot of house for the money. But I've lived in big houses and I've lived in condos. And honestly, Matthew knows, he said something that I really loved, even though he gets on my nerves sometimes and he's messy. Don't know how to keep his damn peen to himself either. But with that being said, he said something that I thought that I really respected when he was talking to Vlad TV. They were talking about finances and stuff. And he says, he's lived in some of the biggest mansions. He's lived in, smaller homes, townhomes, and all that stuff. He said, when you think about a home, the place that you spend the most time at in your home, in any home, I don't care if it's a condo or a mega mansion, is your bedroom, the bathroom, and the kitchen. Period. Anything else is just for show. And I thought about it. I said, that's some real shit. He's not lying. Let's see here. Queen 2532. The shooter used to be a stylist in the shop. She got kicked out for not paying rent. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Didn't I say I bet you she knew them? Okay, so has the shooter been caught? I'm going to have to look at the updated story. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for the super chat. Wow, that's crazy. But back to Matthew Knowles. So when he said that, I was just like, wow, that's, that makes the most sense. Because I've lived in a home as big as like close to 4,000 square feet. And literally, and I'm talking about renting. I'm literally walking past empty rooms. It's just me and the two kids. Literally walking past empty rooms, empty spaces. And I'm like, this is such a waste, But I thought I needed something big. I need a bigger I needed more space. And not necessarily. And when I lived in my condo in LA, I was very comfortable there. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo. Wasn't too big. The bills weren't too outrageous. And and even here in my house now, I have like my guest room that's empty, but I use it for like storage and clothes and stuff like that. But, like right now, like every floor is occupied. Like, like on the first floor, the kids are down there with their friends in the den and stuff like that. But what he was saying is that don't spend your money like on like huge houses if you don't have a purpose for like each room. So that's what I really, took away from living in like different places. So don't ever feel bad like, oh, I don't have no big old house or I'm living in an apartment. Definitely live in what you can afford. Because sometimes you're paying all this money for stuff and it's just like, when you think about it, you're not swimming every day in the pool. There's certain times I can go like a whole week and never go down in my den. Because everything I do is up here. My room, the bathroom, the kitchen. So I can go a whole week and never go down to the first floor. The kids go down there, but, sometimes I don't. I just holler from the steps. What y'all doing? So I always think about that when you talk about, mega purchases. Now, they both can afford it. They're rich, they have their money, they have their status. They can afford it. But for regular people, you have to make sure that you're going to have that substantial income to be able to afford something like that. But I remember somebody made a comment and they were saying, this was like on one of the Instagram posts, and they were saying that, their friend had a mansion in Atlanta. And it was fun at first. Like, dang, look, this big old house. We can party. There's all this space. But then after a while, it felt like a prison. Because the closest, just to run to the store, it was like a whole shebang. It was like a whole thing just to go to the store. So there's no corner stores. There's nobody near you. You're miles and miles away because you don't want people near you when you have a big mansion like that. So just for them to leave, and then the security gates and the outside gate, the door code and all that stuff, just to get into the car, just to go up the street to go grab something from the store. So after a while, he was saying that his friend felt like it was a prison and then wanted to sell the home. But homes that are that big, they're hard to sell. So sometimes they can sit on the market for years and you're still having to pay the mortgage if you care about your credit. So that's just some of the tips, just some financial tips when it comes to big houses. Truth 101T hollering from the stairs. What you doing? Mommy mode. Yep. Let me hear something fall or bang. It takes 45 minutes to travel 7 miles to work in Atlanta. Atlanta got some crazy traffic. I'm looking into renting a 2-bedroom apartment. I need an extra room for a home office. That makes perfect sense. I think it's always good if you can afford it to try and get a 2 bedroom, especially once you're out on your own. So that way you always have a room for like guests and visitors. So I think that's really good. And you can always use an extra room for like storage and stuff like that. It's a nice size. I'll take a nice size condo any day. Mary J's trying to sell her house that she paid 13 million from. I bet you anything, she's not gonna get a quarter of that. She's probably gonna end up having to sell the home for about 5 million. Um, Even remember when 50 Cent bought, was that Evander Holyfield's mansion or Mike Tyson? I think it was Mike Tyson's mansion, and he bought it for like several $1 million, and he ended up having to sell for like 5 million because I mean. Those mega houses, those big houses, you only have a sector of the population you can sell it to. So those homes are very, very hard to sell. Those $1 million listings are hard because there's a whole segment of the population that they don't have that money to afford that. So that knocks out 90% of the people that are even eligible to buy something like that. So those homes are very hard to sell. Very, very hard to sell. Mary lives in New Jersey. Yep, it was Mike Tyson's mansion. Yep, he had to sell it at a loss. A lot of celebrities do. Rihanna had to sell her home. Like, I think she had a home in Beverly Hills. She sold that at a loss. Ashton Kutcher, Bruce Willis. So a lot of people have bought these $1 million homes and then they try and get rid of them and they're not going to get what they initially bought for them. Especially in this economy and everything else. It's a no-go. Melanin Queen says, I'm homeless and I realize once you are how material things don't matter. I want our people to think outside the box. We are better than that. We are better than what people expect. I'm sorry to hear that you're homeless. I'm sorry to hear that. But thank you so much for the message. It's true. That's why, yep, I do own stocks, Davina. That's the first thing I bought was stocks. Instead of buying bags and shoes and I don't know, makeup, whatever beauty gurus do, I bought stock. That's the first thing I purchased when I first got like my first big YouTube check. I bought stock and I did really good. I was proud of myself, and even my CPA, he said I did an awesome job in the stocks that I chose. He was like, you did really good. Like, he was like, how did you come up with these choices? Do you know a lot about stocks? I was like, no, but I know a lot about social media and I know, stuff that just makes sense. So he said I did a really good job in the stocks that I picked. So yeah, stocks are good. Good investments. But you only buy them if you just have money to just let sit. You can't be buying stock and then want to, check it every day and pull your money out and all that stuff. You buy it and let it sit. So that stuff is basically there for the kids. Out of sight, out of mind. I'd rather own assets as I get older. Exactly. Exactly. Homelessness is crazy in Cali, especially in San Francisco. We talked about this last week. It really is. It's really sad. And it's because of like the tech companies. Because again, you have a section of the population who's making $100,000 a year. So yeah, they can afford $5,000 a month for rent. But if you're not a techie or you don't work for Google or whoever's out there in San Francisco and you're just working, regular 9 to 5 making $10 an hour, $15 an hour, you can't afford to pay $5,000 a month for rent. So it's really ridiculous how much the housing is out there. Just in LA in general, the housing is ridiculous. Stocks aren't necessarily expensive. It just depends on what you want to buy, what stocks you want to get into, and how much you want to invest. So you'll probably need to get like with you can like go through like a stock agent. Wells Fargo has stuff too where you can buy stocks through Wells Fargo. You can do that as well. Damn, y'all, how do I buy stocks? T have those stocks begin paying off yet? I'm curious. I plan to invest. They haven't gone down. They've been going up. I don't check them every day. For me, the stocks were just an investment portfolio. You just always want to have things that you're invested in all the time. So for me, it was like I picked some good stocks. I put X amount of dollars into each stock, and out of sight, out of mind. Stocks is something more long term. So let's say 2-3 years from now, when I go to get them, because the stocks that I picked, they're on the up and up. They haven't dropped or nothing like that. So they're only going to rise. So then you go back 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, and that's when you see your investment in what you invested in years ago. So don't get into stock if you can't afford to give the money away. And I would say with like stock, I can't do the cryptocurrency thing. I know a lot of people talking about Bitcoins. To me, I don't want to say it's a pyramid scheme, because you got people who really stand by Bitcoins. But you got to think about it when it comes to Bitcoins. The people who got in early, who are at the top, they're the ones who are making the money because they got in early. You get what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that they're better people or they're better investors. They were just first. So now you have all these other people trying to come in at the bottom. So you're basically paying them. You know, they're making their money off the Bitcoins, and now you have to find other people to come in and invest. So to me, it kind of comes off like a pyramid scheme. So I'm not into the whole Bitcoin thing. I tried it. I think I bought like one Bitcoin. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, I'm straight. It just didn't really make a lot of sense. I'd rather put my money into something that's more solid, like stocks. And I'm so Team Marvel. That was like a really good stock. That was a really good stock. So you can like get I don't want to give financial advice because I'm not Boyce Watkins. I'm not certified in all that shit, and I ain't about to be calling the fiduciary people on me. But really focus on stuff. Focus on trends. Focus on social media trends. Tip. Hey, Tracy. I see she's in here. Yeah. Thank you, Princess's Queen. She says, okay, I see. I got it. Thanks for that. Appreciate you explaining. You're welcome. So, yeah, it's not anything that you just buy and think you're going to get your money right back. Think of it like a savings. You're buying it for like a rainy day in the future. And I really learned about it because I was working for this financial company like a few years back. I only stuck around for like 3 months because they were just hella funny, racist. I hated the company, so I left. But they dealt with stocks. And it was our job to cash out stocks for people. And I remember the biggest stocks that people would call in, they were very rare. But every now and then you get a phone call about someone wanting to cash out their Berkshire Hathaway stocks. And you figure these are people who first invested in that stock, like, I don't know, like in the 50s or some shit. So those stocks were worth a lot of money. So that's how I kind of got into like learning about stocks, was from that job. But the job sucked. I left after 2 months. I was like, fuck this shit. Fuck this damn job. But thank you for the knowledge. You work a job, you get all the knowledge. You're like, all right, I'm deuces, I'm out. like, thanks for the knowledge. Let's see. 15,000 hours, nothing everywhere. I think it's still good in certain places. Not in San Francisco. $15 isn't nothing in San Francisco. I tried Acorns but pulled out last minute. Yes, Berkshire has A and B shares. Even B shares are worth a lot. Yeah. Even if you try to buy one of their stocks right now, it's so much money. But for them people who got in early, and they were always old people coming in and calling, trying to cash out their stocks. And I'm telling you, them stocks, we'd be cashing out like tens and thousands of dollars. Yep. And they'd be leaving it to like their grandchildren and all that stuff. You learn something constructive, and then I was out. I hear that too, for real. That's why I say you know what I'm saying, take lessons from everything in life. I don't care if it's a job, if it's people. Take what you can learn, and then find ways to implement it in your own life. All right, you guys. So I've been out here for 2 hours and 33 minutes. Way longer than I expected. But this was a really good stream. It was smooth. Wasn't no crashes, wasn't, too many technical issues. So I'm happy about that. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to log out. But thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you guys for the support through 2019. Thank you all for the super chats. I really appreciate it. I have a lot of new stuff coming in 2020. And I want to be able to do more with you guys. I'm working on it. I want to be able to do like more vlogs and, take you out with me so y'all can see what the hell I do outside of YouTube. I don't know. It's just where I gotta get in a space where I'm comfortable. Like I'm not used to like a camera following me around or people being out of my business. You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta get comfortable with the whole vlogging idea. But I think I'm gonna get more comfortable with it just so I can give you guys all different types of content, especially being that YouTube is changing. So I definitely want to get more comfortable with vlogging and live streaming and coming on live more and stuff like that. So I will keep you guys posted on that type of stuff. In the meantime, you guys have a good night. And thank you for staying up with me to chat and talk and, all that good stuff. So I'll see you guys in a day or two. I'll be shooting some more videos, voiceovers, podcasts, all that stuff. So I'll talk to you guys later. Good night.